Hey guys and welcome. It is Wednesday night and that only means one thing. We are back. Zenith F1 Esports live here from Baku. Good evening to wherever you are watching. As there is our social media plugs, and of course we are here round 6 Baku already. Last year's pole sitter was Matt 2, our reigning champion. Last year's winner, however, was Granty Boy. And my word, Granty Boy needs a follow-up. My word, he could do with a win to get his season going. Round 6 here in Baku. Then next, Canada. Still again on the streets of Montreal before we head to Austria. Silverstone, Hungary and Belgium are all on the horizon as well. As for the championship so far, there you go. Oside Nova leads by 27 points. He dominated in Monaco, a track which is a speciality. However, Leclerc's second in the championship, and we come now to Leclerc's speciality track. Can he close the ground on Oside Nova? Renault with an 11-point lead over Alfa Romeo, the smallest of margins so far. That's going to come down. And also, look at that. Red Bull in there, Ferrari in there, AlphaTauri in there as well. My word, it is very close in the constructors. As you can see, 17-point scorers so far, 8 different podium runners, 5 different races in the first, 5 different winners, sorry, in the first 6 races. Frisky Biscuit says, let's have it. Frisky fan club's in the house, and Bilton Matt says Bilton for the win. Well, that would be something. It'd be great to see him score his first points. As the cars are getting ready to go out, it looks dry in Baku. Let's go live. Let's see what we've got then. Of course, 2 new drivers making their debuts, and we wish Dan Murphy all the best. He is pulled out for now of the series, and we can't wish him enough. What a great guy he is. An absolute fantastic racer, and whatever he does next, I know he's in the ARL, whatever he does next and how he does there, we wish him all the best of luck. But we have a replacement for Dan Murphy, and that is the Finnish driver of Rimpy in the pits at the moment. Our first ever Finnish competitor in the field, so great to see he has stepped up. Also, Shumi Garcia has stepped into a reserve role, and replacing him is Jamie James in the McLaren. Granty Boy will be quite happy to have a full-time teammate back, and can that help McLaren jump up the constructor standings? As Granty Boy, as I was saying, it needs a kickstart to his season. On board with Slim and the Renault. Let's ride on board this tricky Baku track. Tim Butler says, come on, Bilton Matt. The IRC fan club out for Matt. Can Matt, who's won round here before, by the way, Bilton Matt goes well round here. It is a track he likes, it's a track he enjoys. He is a former winner in other online leagues like the IRC, and can he get his first points? Can he get into Q3 for the first time? Can he get his first points? This will be the track you would think he could definitely do it at. As we are just watching Slimbo at the moment, who's near a complete starting a lap then? Who have we got out there? We've got Granty Boy out there in the McLaren, as I said, last season's winner. Can Granty Boy kickstart his season here? My word, he needs it. Jamie 1, who looks like he's going to be the first man out there to set a time. So let's ride on board with the Racing Point driver. Another one with a new teammate, of course, Rimpy, the Finnish drivers. We've got a Dutch and a Finnish driver in the Racing Point now. Jamie 1's season is going okay. I think that's the best way to describe it. Certainly a better start than what he had last season. Scored some more points in Monaco last time out as well. So something to build on, but I don't think this man's quite got going yet. There's more to come from the 2-time runner-up. It'd be great. It would be great to see JB1 back up there on the podium again, and even winning races. It's been a long, long time. It's been over a season, in fact, since he's last won a race. Podium, of course, he bagged the podium late on last season. We ride on board with the Dutch driver now. Coming into this tricky little car sector. Oh, missed the apex completely, and that will compromise his exit as well. Now into the castle section where Leclerc famously crashed it, and the famous "I am stupid" comment came from Jamie. Looks nice and hooked up round there, doesn't he? This looks better from Jamie. Jamie goes well round. This is a good track for Jamie. That'd be a perfect track for him to try and kickstart his season as well. So easy to do that, because this is where Vettel and Hamilton came together in the safety car all that time ago, and Jamie 1 about to finish his lap now. Again, nicely on the apex, on acceleration, short shifting up through the gears. Of course, this is by no means easy either. It's so easy. If you haven't got the balance right, the understeer can be horrendous and put you straight in the wall. We've seen many accidents on that sweeping left-right hand at the end of the lap, but Jamie 1 is about to complete his lap now. Down to start, finishing straight he comes, and the first time on the board is it gonna be a 1:39.2. I think we're going to see faster than that as the session goes on, and straight away Matt 2. Oh my word, already 3 races this season for the reigning champion with no points scored. 2 retirements. Matt 2 needs a bounce back, but already Oside Nova, our championship leader, has jumped to the top of the timesheets. Granty Boy there just behind, and Matt 2 graphics seems to be stuck at the bottom there. But here comes Slim. He's invalidated. Not a good start for Slim. What about our new man, Rimpy? Here he is in the racing point. What can he do on his first laps? What sort of pace this man got? A bit of an unknown, just like Jamie James. A little bit of an unknown coming into this race. Frisky Biscuit, bit of a scruffy lap from him as well, into 6th place. Some bank laps going on. That fastest lap by Matt is still stuck on the screen. Hopefully we can shift it. But it is Oside Nova, our championship leader, and a track for Oside Nova that he said he does not feel too comfortable around. He feels he is beatable around here. And my word, the likes of Hillsrap, the likes of Slim, the likes of Matt 2, and the other championship contenders will be hoping that Oside Nova is due a bad race. He's surely due a bad race. Here comes Rimpy now. Harry Burkhardt says, "Evening, Dave. Looking forward to this race. Lots of overtaking opportunities." This certainly is. As down here, the big DRS zone, the long finish, finishing straight, of course, in the second, or the first DRS zone. This is the second one, of course. And there is overtaking around here. It's not like Monaco, which you saw a little bit of carnage as Rimpy's first time puts himself into 4th place. And that is a very respectable time from the Finnish driver. Well, that bodes well. That's looking good so far. As we ride on board with Flying Soz, who looks like he's had an off the road, letting cars through. So there's our other debutant, Jamie James. We've got a Frisky Biscuit and a Jamie James, and he's just finishing his laps now. Of course, viewers may be familiar with his name, of course. He has raced in the mini-series and invitationals. Of course, he is from the DRL League and now also into Zenith, and we welcome him. And what is his first time? And it's a good, I'll tell you what, that's a great time. Straight into 3rd place, straight away dispossessed by Angelo, straight away dispossessed by Slim, as the 2 LR boys jump straight into 3rd and 4th. But that is another very respectable time from the debutant. So only one driver actually missing tonight, and that is Simon. Simon not available tonight, so it's TG, the reserve driver. The Greek driver fills in for Simon. So we've got Flying Soz did a horrible time there. Frisky Biscuit did improve to 9th place. Matt's on a much better time now, so let's see what Bill and Matt can do. Through the sweeping left-right-hander he comes, and the lap is done for him. Wait for the DRS zone, hug that inside wall. DRS now. Yellow flags for drivers coming in the pits. Of course, Lucas famously smashed it into the pit wall trying to pit all those years ago, and Matt jumped up to 10th place just behind Frisky Biscuit. I've got a feeling he's got a little bit of fuel on, trying to get some banker laps in. Here's Hillsrap, who is no doubt about it. He is looking like a championship contender this season. Has missed a race this season and had that dreadful race, I think it was Vietnam, where he was completely off the ball, and that sort of cost him a few points, cost him a little bit of time back to Oside Nova. But I tell you what, the times are already looking a lot closer than what they were in Monaco. And Hillsrap does a purple first sector, so that's boding well so far. A little bit of traffic ahead of him. That looks like the Mercedes of crazy power. Or it could be Nick Mania. It doesn't matter anyway, because Hillsrap has invalidated. Penalties should be... And who is that who's gone straight on? Who is that? Someone's gone straight on at the castle. And it is Slim. It's Slim who's gone straight on. My word, this is not a good track for Slim, who's saying in chat that he does not enjoy this. He does not go well around here. And he's gone straight up the castle. He has got a banker lap in. So how are we getting on down there? Lucas into 8th place. Jamie down to 9th. Frisky Biscuit 10th. Matt 11th. They're both ahead of It's TG, who's back out there. Flying Soz looks like he's going to improve. And Matt 2 is already happy and done with his time, as is Oside Nova. They feel comfortable at the front, and they are done. And we'll see them into Q2. What about Jacob? Here's a man. Already 2 pole positions to his name. What can Jacob Bradbury do here? My word, if there's a racer, he's turned his season around. It is now. He could have won at least 3 races this season. He just hasn't got it together so far in the races for one reason or another. He's had a couple of network issues in 2 of the races already this season. He's catching It's TG in the AlphaTauri, who will hopefully see him and get out of the way as he completes Sector 2. And can Jacob challenge the top two of Nova and Matt 2, who had a fantastic battle in Monaco? Of course, Matt 2 unfortunately binned it on his own in the wet conditions in Monaco. Cost him. It was a big DNF for him. Hillsrup's back in with no time on the board. Leclerc also out there as well, and Nick Mania sees it. Oh, and Jacob's invalidated. There's not many places you can invalidate your time round at Baku, but Jacob has found one of them. Well, if anyone could, Jacob could. Crazy Power looks like he's on a slowdown lap. So what about Leclerc then? Second in the championship. Really needs to start pegging back some points to Matt 2 now. Sorry, to Hillsrup now. As he is coming down, so his first sector time is about to come in now. Just over 8 minutes to go. It's Oside Nova, our championship leader, for Matt 2, our reigning champion, with Laronix, who's had or Angelo now his name, who has had 2 podiums and 2 second places in a row. His season is starting to bubble up nicely as Leclerc does the purple first sector. This is his track. This is one of the tracks that he is so strong around, like Oside Nova was in Monaco. This will hopefully be, for Leclerc, a track that he can get himself right into. Nick Mania goes into 6th place. Good job there from Nick Mania, who really, again, another driver who needs desperately to try and turn his season around. He's so quick and has had some rotten luck go against him, but hopefully tonight, Nick Mania can get himself back up there as well. He is in 6th place. Who's under threat? Jacob, Hillsrap, Crazy Power, Leclerc, Lennon. Some big names down there. Frisky and Matt both in the pits. BP's not too far ahead of him, nor is Lucas. I've got a feeling there is definitely some more time to come from those boys as Leclerc sweeps through. Beautiful shot of the speed going for the left and right hander, and Leclerc down the start, finishing straight now. Is this going to put him top of the timesheets? The track is getting quicker, it's getting grippier, and Leclerc puts himself into 2nd place and just 3 thousandths of a second behind Oside Nova and the top 2 in the championship. It's battle resumed. And of course, Leclerc had a bit of a nightmare race as Jacob goes straight into 6th place. As Crazy Power's left for session. Hopefully he can rejoin pretty quickly. Crazy Power, who has not quite got it going in qualifying so far. So the front 3 are slightly ahead, quite a way ahead of Angelo, who is back out there. So he's in a time right now as well. Jamie Wan's jumped to 8th place. Good improvement there for Jamie Wan. Slimbo's done. He's happy. He is done. So one of the guys in the brink, Flying Soz, has to get a time going here, and he's got his Williams teammate right behind him. Is he providing a tow for Lennon? I don't know. Are these two actually both on a flying lap? I think they are, and Lennon has got past Flying Soz. Is that a bit of teamwork there from the 2 Williams boys? Both of them are on the brink right now. Built-in Matt back out there. Currently 15th place. It's TG yet to come out as well. He's on the brink of going out. Everybody else in the pits. I'll be watching this a little bit tentatively, what these boys can do. It's all on this man here, Flying Soz, and Lennon, and Hills are up as well out there. Crazy Power hopefully can get back in the session. Otherwise, he is looking at another Q1 exit, like in Monaco. And Crazy Power, who's done well this season. He's shown flashes of some brilliant speed. Of course, just missed out the podium in Netherlands, his first ever podium it would have been. And now, again, struggling as one of the Red Bulls gets past. Leclerc getting well out the way, and good to see there. Built him out on his outlap. Jamie James is back out there as well. Did a great job in 7th place. Currently ahead of Granty Boy. Last season's winner around Baku, Granty Boy. That's a great effort from Jamie James so far. Angelo back in the pits. He didn't improve. Flying Soz and the Lennon. Here they come with 2 Williams boys as Angelo is happy with his time. He's done. The Haas have built a match just ahead of Lennon. But here he comes now to cross the line just under 5 minutes to go. And he goes 16th. It's not good enough by Lennon. And Flying Soz only improves to 18th. And the Williams boys are struggling here. What about Hillsrap? My word, getting a big old toe from the Red Bull. Crazy Power has joined. And Hillsrap pits again. My word, the man, 4th in the championship at the moment, is having a really hard time out there. This is not what he needs. So as it stands, Frisky Biscuit is looking at another Q2 prince. What about Built-In Matt then? What can he do? Can he improve and get himself into Q2 for the 2nd time this season? Of course, the first time was last time out in Monaco. He does like his street tracks, does Matt, and Canada next for him as well as another track he goes well around. So he's got some opportunities to get his first ever Zenith points on the board. Into the castle chicane he comes, downshifting very quickly there. Stays in third gear all the way around the castle, gets extra stability doing that. Now sector 2 time coming up quickly. Couple of right-handers, here's the first one, hits the apex, beautiful little exit there. And again, sector 2 time, is he up? Sorry, sector 2 time coming now. I've jumped the gun slightly there. So now it's coming up, and he is up. And it's a little improvement, and that should push him ahead of Frisky. Lennon has, of course, got a Q2 band, so says he isn't too fast. Of course, Lennon has got a Q. There is a few qualifying bands out there. The first of them are about to be served in Q2. Lennon and Jamie Wan both have Q2 bands. Here comes Matt. Big lap coming up. Oh, he's pitted. Now, he was up in sector 2 and Matt pits. That's invalidated, so that's interesting. What's Frisky doing then? Matt maybe choosing the set of softer tyres then. Crazy power, hills wrap, it's TG, all up there, it's very busy at the BP, deciding not to come out just yet. Matt is back in the pits, what is Frisky Biscuit doing? Can he make his second appearance into Q2? Of course, he's had a Q3 appearance this season. Zandvoort holds great memories, so it was Vietnam, sorry, holds great memories for Frisky, who just missed out on his first points of the season, of course. We know he's got it in the bag. Jamie James, by the way, 4th place. What a debut from Jamie James so far. That's a brilliant 4th place. Rimpy as well, 11th, and looks fairly comfortable so far. He's still in the pits. But here comes the Welshman, Frisky. Oh, a little bit wide there. GFO, F1 GFO says, hello there, mister. Good game to all. Of course, the GFO boys will be supporting and rooting on their Greek drivers. Plenty of them tonight. Here comes Frisky Biscuit. Can we get some heroics? Granty boys done in 10th place. Of course, he'll be hoping to find some more time to his teammate, Jamie James. Jacob's done as well. Frisky Biscuit, can he improve? Can he get ahead of BP or possibly Lucas as well? They're both out on track as we speak, but here comes Frisky now, over the line, and does improve, just behind BP. Matt is straight back out there. So what can Flying Soz do? Flying Soz, well, this is a big surprise. A former winner, of course, in Zenith. Won the first ever Zenith race back in Australia. Seen him on the podium many times, seen him at the front of the field many a times, but at the moment is struggling and back in the pits, and that'll be done for Flying Soz. He won't have time to go again, and he'll be starting at the back. It's TG's on for an improvement. Flying Soz is done. That is a shock. Lennon's back out there. Matt's back out there. Hills are up and Crazy Power out there. We'll go with It's TG first. The Greek reserve driver coming towards the end of sector 2. He's out the castle section. A bit of a wiggle there, and and completely missed the apex there, taps the wall, and any good work he was doing has just been ruined. And that could be it for the Greek driver. Mighty close at the front, and a bit of a gap then to Jamie James and Angelo and Slim. Nothing between them. Jacob as well, then Jamie won. Nick Maney is back out there as well doing a lap, but I don't think there's going to be much of an improvement for It's TG. What's it going to be on the start finishing straight? I've got a feeling he'll be following his Greek counterpart out of qualifying here. In fact, well, he goes 15th. A scruffy middle sector, and he still finds himself 15th, but that pushes Matt so far out. Frisky Biscuit still through as it starts with 17 seconds to go. Here we go with Crazy Power, the Italian driver. He does not want to be staring at the back of the field for the start of the race. What can he do? Hugs the inside wall. Over the line and jumps into 14th. Well, he's just through. Hillsrap goes 14th. Crazy Pub up to 15th. BP's now on the brink. And he's going slower. Frisky Biscuit's got to 13th place. What a lap by the Welshman. And yet again, he's pulled it out the bag. Frisky Biscuit. My word. 13th place. Into Q2 for the second time this season. BP is invalidated. He's out. BP qualifying struggles continue. It's TG is going round, but all eyes on Matt. Can Matt pull a rabbit out the hat here and get himself through? Lennon's done. Lennon's out. Williams will start at the very back of the field. Can Matt... He hasn't got to find much. Well, 3/4 of a second. Frisky's done it. Can Matt do the same here? Big pressure on the Englishman. He's 3 temps up. That's going to help him. Can he get a good exit? He's got to hit the sweet spot. Flat out. Left. Right. Down the start, finishing straight. Can he, for the second time this season, get himself into Q2? He's got to try and beat Crazy Power's the man. He's the target. He'll be watching nervously over the line. Oh, and he's just missed out. 17th place. And BP in the pits. Crazy Power's going to hold on. It's TG's invalidated. Rimpy's out there, but he's back in the pits as well. Well. Again, some big names gone. Both Hasses, both Williams, and an AlphaTauri. BP and Matt together on the track. They may be teammates, but they've had a little bit of rivalry in the past, in the past few races. That's going to be one to watch. And Lennon and Flying Stars, my word. Lennon, the superstar, of course. Lennon's decided to go on, which... hopefully it doesn't mean we're going to have to watch the clock count down to 54 seconds. I don't know why Lennon didn't pit. He had a Q2 ban anyway, so it wouldn't have made too much difference to Lennon. Jamie 1 will also have a Q2 ban, so Frisky's guaranteed 14th place at best. And then a couple of Q3 bans. Bill to Matt, but he's out. So Q3 ban. Crazy Power has a Q3 ban from Monaco as well. And we are going to have to watch Lennon go around the track. There's reports of lagging issues. Oh, it's a driver. It's TG. Reports of lag. Lennon said he wasn't controlling his car. Q1 is done, and Nova has a slender lead. The top 2 in the championship are first and second, and separated by absolutely nothing. Matt 2, Jamie James. That's a brilliant first time from Jamie James. That's great to see. Angelo there, yet again, looking very consistent of late. Slim, who does not go over on this track at all, will be pretty happy with that. Jacob, one of his more to come from Jacob. Jamie 1. That's as far as he'll be going. He'll be 15th with his Q2 ban. Nick Mania, Lucas, Granty Boy, Rimpy on his debut. Frisky Biscuit, Hills Rap, Crazy Power all make it through. BP, Matt, It's TG, Lennon and Flying Soz all out. Frisky Biscuit says, Q2 baby! Yes. Yes, it is. Well done. For the second time this season, Frisky has made Q2. Frisky yet to score points. Why is Matt 2's fastest lap still there? Why would I have a feeling that's going to be there all race? Hopefully it will change when someone beats that time. So Frisky Biscuit, yeah, no points yet, but this could be a chance for him. This could be a chance. He's looking fairly quick round here. To clip the Q2 bans, Bill to Matt, Granty Boy and Crazy Power all have Q3 bans. Lennon has a Q2 ban, but he's not in Q2. JB1 has a Q2 ban, and he'll be sitting in the garage for the remainder of this session. Of course, the start in Monaco was absolutely horrendous. I don't like thinking about it, so I'm going to brush over it quickly, but there was a few penalties dished out for the chaos of Monaco on lap 1. Oh, well. So the driver's heading out now on track. There's Matt 2. My word, doesn't this man need a bounce back? Harry Burkhardt says, difficult to tell what's what AI these days. Yes, it's true. So Matt 2 crashed it on his own. Sorry. Just sorry, distracted for a bit there. So Matsu crashed it on his own in Monaco, running second and cruising in Monaco. It was on for a big second place. Had a wheel problem. Apparently his wheel disconnected and he binned it in the chicane at Monaco. And my word, 18 huge points dropped. He really needs to find that consistency, which brought him a title last season, of course. Can he pick it together? Certainly a lot easier to overtake round here. Him and Oside Nova had some fantastic battles this season. What can the Red Bull boys do? Jacob and Leclerc looking pretty quick around here as well. Yellow flags out, that's for traffic. Nothing too much to worry about there. As Matt 2 is about to start his flying lap now. Down the start, pushing straight he comes. Let me get the tyres up. So I haven't got the tyres up. This is the interesting one. So fitted. A lot of them going for mediums. The early runs in the medium tyres. As Matt 2 misses the exit of turn 1 completely. Only Granty Boy on softs. That's interesting. Granty Boy does like to go different. I wonder how many are going to do a banker lap on the medium tyres and then jump on the softs later on. Qualifying, although you can overtake around here, but qualifying on track position, especially for the start, is still critical because it's a very... Oh, and a big oversteer there from Matt T. Bit of a tank slapper, well saved. But of course, it is a very short run to turn 1 and a short run to turn 2. And it's a recipe for more chaos and disaster. Let's hope we don't get it like Monaco. It'd be nice to get through the first couple of laps unscathed. We have done it a few times this season. It is doable. I'm hoping Monaco has been put to one side. Matt on board with Matt 2 going for the castle section now. Another one who stays all the way in 3rd gear. In fact, an early shift up to 4th gear there. Wants as much traction as possible getting out the castle section. Now around a couple of right-handers as Jamie's done for the session, of course. He has got that Q2 ban, which is great news for likes of Frisky. Rimpy as well, looking like soft tyres, and Crazy Power. Are they going to go soft? Granty Boy is definitely out of the soft as Matt 2. Now a purple middle sector as well. I think it's only Hills are up ahead of him on track. In fact, it's one of the McLarens out there on track, although Jamie James now out there on the medium tyres as well. So both debutants are through to Q2, Rimpy and Jamie James. Can they get themselves straight into Q3? That's the question. Here comes Matt 2 now over the line. And his first medium lap tyre run is a very respectable 1:38.9. That's not a bad time at all from Matt 2. And straight away, yet again, just like in Q1, dispossessed by Oside Nova straight away. And the gap is again 1/10. Hillsrup goes into 3rd place. Lucas had a scruffy lap. He's in 4th. What about Slim? In fact, Jacob is about to complete his... As Leclerc goes fastest in the medium tyres. Second in the championship, Leclerc and his Red Bull teammate Jacob goes into 4th. Oh, those McLarens are looking feisty, and all the championship contenders are already going at it at the front. Can Slim join that party? Great shot there as Slim going through as Jamie James on the other side of the track starting his flying lap. Alfa Romeo of Frisky in the background as well. Nick Mania jumps into 5th place, still a little bit way off, and Slim jumps into 6th for the Renault boys. Don't forget, Renault are the constructor leaders at the moment. Frisky jumps ahead of Lucas into 8th place. Jamie James has invalidated this run. This won't count. Granty Boy on soft tyres goes fastest. And that is quite telling. That means that Leclerc's time is beatable on softs, and by quite a way, by 2/10. Rimpy enters the stage now. So yeah, Jamie James invalidated. So Angelo out there as well. Angelo can very much make himself a championship contender. He's been 2 second places in a row. He looks mighty quick around a lot of tracks as well. And I wonder, with still several rounds and points to play for, still 11 rounds to go. A lot of points up for grabs still. Can the Ronix pull himself into a championship battle? He starts his flying lap now in the Ferrari. Because I was saying, the Renault, the constructors leaders so far, Renault. Down there in 7th and 8th place. I've got a feeling that Constructors' Championship is going to swing like a pendulum over and over as the season goes on. That is going to be a fightly fought Constructors' Championship. And can Ferrari, with Lucas and Angelo, who had a great outing last time out, can they get themselves up in that battle as well? HTG is left for session. Hopefully he can rejoin. I'm really impressed. Really impressed with the debutants so far. They're going well. And of course, McLaren now top with Granty Boy yellow flags. And that is a spinner. And is that Lucas? Or is it an Alpha? It's Frisky. It's Frisky who's had an off. Looks like he is recovering now. Frisky bit the Welshman who's got himself into 10th place as it stands. Lucas has improved to 9th on those mediums. So Frisky will be pitting in this time by. So back on board with the Ferrari man of Angelo. How's he looking on the medium tyres? The likes of, well, from 6th downwards, I think they're definitely going to have to bolt on a pair of softs and go again. Leclerc, Nova, Matt 2, Jacob may be inclined to stay in the garage and stick with the medium tyres. Slim's now done 2 laps and he still remains in 7th place on mediums. And that was a purple middle sector there from Angelo, so the German driver. Now about to find some speed. Can he get himself in that tight little pack between Leclerc and Jacob? Down, it takes for an age to get himself there. Oh, and he tops it. Angelo tops the medium runners. And that gives, well, that will give Jacob and Matt 2 straight away back out there and back on the medium tyres as we on board with our first ever Finnish driver in Zenith, Rimpi. His name obviously isn't Rimpi, it's quite hard to pronounce, but it's Rimpi for short, and it's great to have him here on the medium tyres. So what sort of medium pace has Rimpi got? Can he get himself? There's a big half a second gap between Jacob and Nick Mania in 6th and 7th. Can he slot himself in there and give him a chance of starting on the medium tyres? And I'll tell you what, Nova and Matt 2 have gone back out on medium tyres, on the same set of medium tyres. Hillsrap's got softs bolted on. Jamie James, who was out there, has come back in the pits. Crazy Power's also got softs ready to go. As Slim get improved, but it's still a long way off the front 5. Here comes Rimpi now in the racing point. Big boots to fill with Dan Murphy, of course, and he goes into 9th place just behind Nick Mania. It's a good time on the mediums, but I've got a feeling he'll be another one going again on the soft tyres. And look, Hills are up, Lucas, Frisky, Jamie James, Crazy Power have all got the softs ready to go. And the likes of Matt 2, Nova and Jacob Bradley will be keeping an eye on this. Nick Mania back out on medium tyres. Well, that's a big risk. A big risk for Nick Mania. Frisky says he ran out of fuel. He didn't spin. Granty Boy's done. Soft tyres, top of the time sheets. He's got a Q3 ban. However, I think he'll be happy to be there. Last season's race winner, of course, around Baku. Angelo Leclerc, quite happy. I think they're going to be okay. Nova's on outlap. Matt 2, was a Mercedes going across the curbs there. That looks like Nick Mania getting well out the way. And Matt 2 has done a purple first sector on medium tyres. He's got a racing point of, I think, Rimpi ahead of him. Is Rimpi on a flyer or on an in lap? Oh, hopefully the racing point gets well out the way. Thankfully gets out the way. And Matt 2 can continue on his way. What is Sector 2 going to be? Can he light it up purple again? Can he really give him a shot of getting ahead of Leclerc and Nova and Angelo, of course? McLaren of Jeremy James, he's about to start his final lap, and Matt 2 is 2 tenths up, and as it stands, this will put him into second place, just off Granty Boy's time. So Matt 2, an absolute stonking lap so far. The reigning champion looking to bounce back after what has been quite an up and down start to his campaign. Down the start, finishing straight, he comes on board. DRS wide open, the beautiful Baku skyline in the background, and second place. Oh, and I just hope that didn't affect Jamie James too much. Jamie James on the soft tyres. This will be an interesting one to watch now. First of the soft runners, apart from Granty Boy, of course. Lucas out there on softs as well. Hills are up waiting for his chance. So is Crazy Power. Angelo is happy. Medium tyres and done. However, Leclerc, Nova, Jacob are all out there. And again, all on the medium tyres. They do not want to put the softs on. Could that be costly? Because if these soft runners improve enough to displace them, they're in trouble. However, they've got to improve. What is Oside Nova doing? Oside Nova is about to finish his lap now. Can he improve? Can he get ahead of Leclerc or Angelo and Matt 2? On board with the Englishman now, championship leader, and he dispossesses Leclerc. Leclerc still in Sector 1. Jacob also in Sector 1. Slim has not yet come out the pits, so eyes on Jamie James. He was the first man at the moment on the soft tyres to go round and set himself a time. I just hope Matt 2, in fact it's a purple middle sector. Jamie James, who looked very quick in Q1, is on it again. This man, I tell you what, this is going to be eye-opening because Angelo's done, but the likes of Jacob and Leclerc and Slim are going to be watching these soft runners. They cannot afford to get caught out. Here comes Jamie James now, over the line. Oh, and 7th. He lost a ton of time at the end there. Scrappy sector 3 and Jamie James. And Lucas goes into second place. And Jamie James has done a slower time than what he did in Q1. I'm hoping he can find some more time. And that's a bit of a reprieve for the likes of the medium runners. Hills wraps out there. Frisky's now out there on soft tyres as well. Slim's got the softs ready. Okay, so surely if you're Jacob and if you're Leclerc, as Leclerc's invalidated. However, he might give his teammate a nice tow here. That's exactly what he's doing. Jacob's getting a beautiful tow off his teammate. This will help, no doubt. Leclerc's invalidated this lap. Jacob's going to not improve. Well, not improve enough. And the Red Bulls are running out of time to pit. In fact, I don't think they'll have time. This has left themselves exposed and vulnerable here. So Jamie James may get back in the pits and go out again, but it's a long lap round here. And the Red Bulls have committed to these medium tyres, and they're going to have to pray that these soft runners do not jump them. But Slim's out there on softs. Rimpy's out there on softs. So's Hills are out. So is Frisky Biscuit. Crazy Power wants nothing to do with soft tyres. The Red Bulls are under some serious pressure here. Mat 2 is done. He will start with the medium tyres, as will Angelo, as will Nova if he does get himself through. Jamie James is not going to be able to get round and go again. Unless he's got enough fuel for another flyer. That's going to be a bit of a sad end for Jamie James if he goes out in Q2, because he had some mighty pace in Q1. He's a lot slower than what he was in Q1. And the times, I'm glad to say, unlike Monaco, which was the most spread out I've ever seen in the field, the times are back on. Slam! Slam against the wall goes Hilserap. Oh, and that could be crucial. Front wing end plate missing. He's going to have a whole heap of understeer. Going for his left right-hander. My word, Hilserap. One of the championship contenders. He's had to lift out. He's going to lose a ton of time here. He's had to lift. Jamie James is out, so he'll be holding on, but Slim is out there. Nick Mania is out there, and Hill still goes third, despite the slab against the wall. Frisky Biscuits early on his lap. Rimpy's about to start his. Nick Mania is also early on his. Slim now starting his. And Jacob and Leclerc will be kicking themselves because I think they're going to get caught here. I think they've made a big mistake. Everybody improving, as you can see, my word. So Frisky Biscuit with the first one to cross the line. Oh, he's invalidated. Oh, Frisky, what a chance to get himself up into Q3, and he's invalidated. He'll start 13th at best. What about the Finnish driver, Rimpy? This is close. So Slim now on the brink again. He can't afford to drop out of qualifying early again. Happened too many times for him. Rimpy is well up on his time. This is going to surge him to the top 10. Jamie James could be on the brink. Jacob could be on the brink. Nick Maynard's invalidated. He is going to start 11th. He's going to be out. Well, that's a reprieve for Slim. Slim is 3/10 up. He's on for an improvement as well. So Slim with the first man, and Crazy Pat goes 10th on mediums. Nick Mania definitely out. Frisky out. JB1 out, but who's going to join him? And Jacob and Leclerc are going to survive. And Jamie James may just get away with this. Here comes Slimbo now. Can he get out of Jamie James? That's his target. And then there'll be the battle of the debutants to go out. Slim goes fastest. Great time. So it's all eyes on Rimpy. Can he dispossess his fellow debutant Jamie James? What was the answer? Whoa, in style! In style! Rimpy topped their timesheets. Wow. Where did that come from? He didn't show that in Q1, did he? And he did possess his fellow debutant. So Rimpy jumps to the top of their timesheets on the soft tyres by 2/10 ahead of Slim. Ooh. Hello. Of course, Rimpy an unknown. We've never seen Rimpy race coming into this, and my word, that is a bit of a warning shot right there. So Slim second, Granty Boy third, and Lucas. So 5 of the top 10 will start on softs. 5 will start on mediums. Jamie James, who messed up his soft run. What a shame. Because he could have been up there. And Jacob and Leclerc. How lucky they are. But we've lost Jamie James. Crazy Power, 11th place. Crazy Power went very well around here last time as well. So, final 10. Granty Boy has a Q3 ban. He's the only man now left in qualifying who does have a Q ban. And the drivers will be working out their tyres. A lot of them, at least half of them, should have 2 fresh sets to go. That won't be a problem at all. So, who's going to be pole then? It looks mighty, mighty close. Nova, Matt 2, Angelo, definitely 3 drivers who look like, but Rimpy's time there at the end, has he got some genuine pace? Who's the first man out? Who's getting the TV time? It looks like Matt 2's the first man at the pits, and we'll take a ride, and up that ride, on board with our reigning champion then, who is certainly doing everything right so far for a bounce back after what has been, like I said, a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde season so far. Frisky Biscuit kicking himself in chat because he's right. He would have been through. All we had to do was put any sort of improvement for Frisky would have put him through. And of course, he was up before he invalidated. So Frisky, who was staring at his second Q3 appearance in a row, has missed a bit of an opportunity there. However, these are your 10. Slim, Jacob, Hildrup, Leclerc, Nova, Lucas. Great to see Lucas back in the top 10. That's been a while. In fact, dare I say, Lucas' last Q3 appearance might have even been Bahrain, where he qualified 3rd. Angelo in there again. Rimpy first time, Matt 2, and a great return for Granty Boy, who does have a Q3 ban, so 10th is as good as it will get. Everybody out there, bar Lucas and Granty Boy, of course, as Matt 2 is revving up and rounding round, getting ready to go on his flying lap. His Dutch helmet, of course, in the orange colours of the Netherlands. We're going to be looking at, I reckon, low 17s, maybe high 16s for pole. Let's go on board with the Dutchman now. Down to turn 1. Look at the short run to turn 1. There really isn't much excuse for collisions in turn 1. It's so short. You've got to be so sweet and side by side have that awareness. Turn 2 is a pinch point because it literally is 2 cars max. And even then you've got a full cooperation. Frisky said he's gutted. Lee Gilchrist says Slimbo for pole. That'd be a bit of a turn up the way it's gone so far. Slim hasn't quite been at the sharp end yet. Is that to come as Matt 2 navigate himself round sector 1, of course, purple first sector. And that is that of a few drivers that have been through so far, including championship leader Nova. So Matt 2 on a nice little run here as you go for the castle section now. And again, down to second gear. So many drivers taking this castle section in so many different ways and so many different gears and synchronations. But now Matt 2 wants to do is finish sector 2, and then it's just 2 more left-handers. First of them being here, a bit of a clunk. It's such a clumsy corner. The curb takes you straight into the wall if you're not careful. And again, the curb high here as well. It's a 113.1 sector 2. So Matt 2 looking very nice here so far. Just a simple left and a simple right flat out. Gave the exit and the wall a very wide berth. But down the start, finishing straight, he comes in the first lap of Q3. We have DRS open, and it's going to be a 1 minute 37.1. Wow, that's a great time straight off the board. And ahead of Nova, who does a 33.3. Slim's invalidated again. Jacob goes 3 tenths back. Hills are up 6 tenths back. What can Leclerc do? Eyes on the Greek driver, second in the championship. His championship leader currently second. Matt 2 current provisional pole. And Leclerc goes 4th, just behind his teammate. Nothing in that at all. Rimpey down the start, finishing straight now as well. What can he do? His first ever time in Q3. And the Finnish driver jumps into 6th place. I wonder if that was a set of scrub softs for Rimpey. Lucas out there. So what about Angelo? Can he get himself towards the front? Can he challenge for that pole position? And the answer is, well, he's only just under 4 tenths. Identical time to Leclerc. However, surely if Leclerc did that time first, he should be ahead of Angelo. Great to see both Ferraris back in the Q3 though. That's been a while since we've said that. Here comes Lucas now, the Greek driver doesn't start finishing straight. Famously crashed it into the pit wall while trying to make a pit stop. This is not a happy hunting ground for Lucas. Up into 8th place he goes. And Slim, I wonder if he's on a second run. No, he's pitting this lap. And that is your first runs done. With it being a long track, I wonder now if we'll get a bit of a lull and a bit of a calm before the storm. Nova and Matt 2 coming in together. It's tough to do 3 runs around here. It really is. It's such a long track. An out lap and in lap are around 1 minute 45, 1 minute 50 alone. Plus you're flying laps into 1:37s. But it is mighty, mighty close. Frisky says there is 0.001 difference. Oh, of course, Frisky, the boys in driving will have a better lap time delta. So apparently there's nothing but 0.001 between Angelo and Leclerc. And they are just behind Jacob Bradbury there in 3rd place. Great to see Jacob back up there. Can he get it together? And Hills are up just at 6th place, just a little bit way back. Rimpey as well, and Slim hasn't got going yet, but like I said, I feel this is going to be a bit of a calm before the storm now as we wait for the final runs and the ones that really matter. And I'm going to try and go out early and get a couple of runs in. A couple of clear track runs before the traffic comes out. Of course, Granty Boy with the Q3 ban. 9 drivers will take to the track as we wait. I feel Leclerc's quicker than that. I feel Leclerc's got more pace. Angelo as well. Jacob, this is by no means a foregone conclusion, although Matt 2 has got a nice 2/10 of a second gap. And of course, 4 of the first 5 races this season, we've seen gaps less than a 1/10 of a second between pole and second. Are we going to get that again today? Has Matt 2 got more time in the bag? Can he get into the 36s? As we wait for the final runs to begin. It says such a long track. A bit like Belgium. 2 runs only possible, so the one immediate first run and a bit of a gap then to when the final runs begin. Who's going to blink first? Who wants a bit of clear track? There's fresh soft tyres going. Fresh soft tyres for all. Rimpey there, 7th place, doing a brilliant job on his debut so far. Great to see. Of course, Jamie James, the debutant, 11th. Just missed out on Q3. Of course, he'd be kicking himself. Didn't messed up his soft tyre run. He could have been, and well and truly should have been, in Q3 as well. And we should get the final run starting very shortly. First to blink. They'll be taking it easy. Letting the adrenaline die down a bit. This is probably the longest lull. This is probably the most panning I've ever done between runs. Come on, someone do something. I hate this small talk. So how's everyone doing out there? You all alright? New McLaren launched yesterday. Pretty identical. Nothing much there. AlphaTauri, I think tomorrow. Could be the day after. I think they are next. Of course, with Aston Martin on the 3rd of the 3rd. 3rd of March. Looking forward to seeing that one. Yeah, past 30 seconds. Right. We're surely going to get times now. It's about 1 minute 30 odd to do an outlap. Who's going to blink first? Can we get any different camera shots? No, we are stuck with this camera shot and me talking to myself while we wait for the final runs. And of course, championship leader Oside Nova, second. Second in the championship, Leclerc, 5th. Hills are up and Slim on pretty much identical points in 6th and 9th at the moment. Matt 2, who needs a big result here, the reigning champion, is currently on provisional pole. And Angelo, who is creeping up that standings quite quickly, is there in 5th, 4th place as we go. And here come the final runs in. Taking us a bit of time to get here, but finally we're here, and it's Matt 2 yet again, the first man out there. Now, will they all crop the pits now? Oside Nova also enters the track, and Lucas, and Hilserap. So here we go. The track is now getting busy. There shouldn't be too much traffic. The track is big enough and long enough, and Matt 2, by the time he starts his flying lap, everybody should be out on track. Jacob joins the track as well, as does Rimpy. And I think I can see Angelo and Leclerc also now starting to make the one to the track as well. As Matt 2 currently going through Sector 2. Long old Sector 2. Must be one of the longest sectors on the calendar. Angelo now out there as well. And we have everybody out there on track. Except Granty Boy, who has that Q3 band. So here we go. It's about to get fast and frenetic. We'll try and cover it all the best we can. It's Oside Nova from, so it's Matt 2 from Nova, from Lucas, I think is the track order, and then Hilserap. Matt 2 a 2/10 of a second lead. That should be enough. That should be enough. Can he go faster? Of course, the track even grippier. Not as green as when we first started. Of course, it's at its best conditions now. Here comes the reigning champion, Matt 2, down the start finishing straight. Start his final lap. Such a long back straight. Of course, that means plenty of overtaking. Right, here we go, into turn 1. Nice exit. And oh, he's invalidated! Oh, he's invalidated straight away! And Matt 2 is done! My word, that's a bit of a shock. So now all eyes on our championship leader, Oside Nova. And Matt 2 has made another mistake. Lap done. Now, is that 2/10 of a second good enough for pole position? As everybody else now starts their flying laps. And they will know that pole position time is going to at least be a 31.1. And Oside Nova is up. He's up by a 10th and a half. That's not going to be enough so far. However, it's a great start for his final run. Everyone now on their flying lap. So here we go. Matt 2 will be kicking himself. And can Nova take advantage? Just the one pole position so far this season. That was last time out in Monaco. And he is catching the AlphaTauri. The checker flag is out. This is it. And as you can see, they're all nicely spaced out on their final runs. All eyes on Nova as his Sector 2 delta time is about to flash up on your screen. Is he up? The answer is yes, but not by enough. And now he's got Matt 2 just ahead of him. Will he pick up a toe from Matt 2? He might well do. You know, this could really play into Oside Nova's hands. And Matt 2 will not want to give him any sort of toe, but he is. And he's going to heavily help him. Will this toe put Matt 2, will put Oside Nova on provisional pole? Here we go. And yes, it has. Oh my word, by half a second. That is huge. What about Lucas? Lucas jumps to 7th place. Hilserap crosses the line. 3rd place for Hilserap. Great time there. Here come the Red Bulls. Jacob crosses the line. Doesn't improve at all. Hey, hello, Leclerc's improving by a long way here. Leclerc may have pulled a rabbit out of the hat here. Rimpy goes into 7th, pushing Lucas down to 8th place. Jacob is 4th, but Leclerc here, can he put himself on pole position? Eyes on the Greek driver. Oh my word, a 36.8. How about that from Leclerc? And the man second in the championship puts himself on pole as Angelo crosses the line for 4th place. Great effort by Angelo as well. But it's Leclerc. Wow. The top 2 in the championship are 1st and 2nd on the grid. That is exactly how he wanted it. Matt 2 invalidated his time. 3rd for him. Angelo, again, great effort in the Ferrari for 4th. Hilserap 5th. Jacob 6th. That's a bit off song for Jacob. Slim in 7th. Rimpy, what a debut there in 8th place. Lucas 9th. Granty Boy 10th. We are set up beautifully for what should hopefully be a great race. Let's take a look at the drivers and constructor standings while we wait for the grid to form up. And Oside Nova has a 27-point lead over Leclerc. Leclerc on pole position, as you can see. And Renault, who are the constructors' leaders at the moment, only by 11 points. Well, They're 5th and 7th with Hills Up and Slim. Slim, a little bit off par there from Slim. The Frisky fan club I can see is in the house. So can we get Matt and Frisky scoring their first points? That's the big question. They've got a good chance here as the drivers now choosing their tyres. The ones outside the top 10 choosing their tyres for the race. But there's Slim, Hills Up, Matt 2 and Angelo. And Granty Boy all in the top 10. However, they're all needing to really start. They need to take points off Oside Nova. That's where you need to do it. Oside Nova has been bulletproof in the races so far. Consistency. They won 2 races this season, but the consistency has been there. Lucas and Jacob with great chances to really kick on for their season. Lennon's points will go to Williams if he does score. Lennon, of course, chance to add on to his 2 points this season as well. As we are just waiting for the formation lap to begin. And I think we are there. So here we go. It looks dry as well. Beautiful sunny conditions. As the formation lap about to begin on round 6 here in Baku. Let's look at the tyres. So there you go. It's Hills Up on the soft. So the front 4, of course, all on the mediums. Leclerc, Nova, Matt 2, Angelo. I'll tell you what's great. You've got 6 of the 7 championship. You've got 6 championship contenders in the top 7. TG apparently causing lagging issues. Just going to ask TG to leave because his lag looks pretty bad. So the first soft runner is Hills Up. Then you've got Jacob on the mediums in 6th. Then he's going to be in a horrible sandwich because look at that. Slim, Rimpy, Lucas, Granty, all on soft tyres. And that is going to be an absolute nightmare for Jacob. Jacob's going to have to do a lot of defending on this opening lap as a Crazy Power has decided to take no more part in the formation lap. Crazy Power on hard tyres, so Jamie James on mediums. Crazy Power on hards, of course, his Mercedes teammate right behind him on medium tyres. Frisky's gone hard, that's an interesting one. Frisky has gone hard. Jamie on mediums, BP on the hards, Matt on the mediums, all those Haas drivers. TG then on the hards with Lennon and Flying Sauce. That's unusual for Lennon. Lennon likes to go quite aggressive on the start. And we know his start's been absolutely rapid. It's TG lagging quite a bit, but has said he's going to take it easy at the start. He may let Lennon and Flying Sauce go at the start. Hopefully no trouble there. As the cars, it's a long old formation lap, isn't it? And Leclerc rounding them down. Can Hills Up? The big question is, and as we saw when he won in Vietnam, can Hills Up get in there on his soft tyres and get to the front? For his strategy to work, that's what he really needs to do. Of course, Slim, Rimpy, Lucas and Granty will all have ambitions as well of getting as high as they can on those soft tyres and getting in to those medium boys. This could be an absolutely fascinating race with this mix of strategies at the front. Then you've got the hard medium runners outside the top 10 as well. This is going to be what hopefully should be another absolute cracker. Yeah, its TG's frame rate is not impressive, so let's hope he does stay out the way at the start. So here we go, we are lining up for round 6 here in Baku. Can anybody get to Oside Nova? His consistency has been mighty this season. It's giving him a nice championship lead. However, 6 of his championship contenders are all in the top 10. Lennon, what start can he do, of course? Here we go! Hope we get a better view than that one, mind you. Or is that the start we're going with? Just waiting for the lights to come on and round 6 will be underway here in Baku. Here we go, the lights are on. We've got 4, we got 5, and round 6 in Baku is go! It looks like a good start for Leclerc. Leclerc's kept it clean. A short run to turn 1, here we go. And it's Matt 2 having a look at the Ferrari of Angelo. So Leclerc leads and Matt 2 is making a move on the outside. Can he make it stick? Yes, he has. Nova's dropped a place. Can they all get through? It looks pretty clean. It looks very clean. Well done, everybody. That's what we like to see. BP is not leading this race. It's TG's left this session, but here we go. Flying Sauce losing places, but Leclerc leads from Matt 2, from Oside Nova, from Angelo, from Hilzerap. Hasn't really made much impression on his soft tyres. Then Rimpy, Slim, Lucas Brandyboy's lost a place. And a few positions on Jacob going backwards. Oh no, I don't think he's in the car. I don't think Jacob's in the car. Just see the position changes there. Rimpy made a fantastic start up 2 places. And unlike Monaco, which was horrible and messy, thankfully I think we've made a fantastic... Lennon's up 7! My word! Lennon's done it again! He averages 5 places on a start. Oh, who's that in the wall? That was BP in the wall. And that's going to be front wing damage. Oh, and now Nick Mania's all over the back of him. And virtual safety car. BP smashed the wall. Oh, and a racing point. JB1's got front wing damage as well. He's collided with the wall. I'm just trying to see his cars at the back if they're unscathed. Matt, I think, has got front wing damage as well. Flying Solar's got front wing damage. Jacob's not been here. Frisky's hit the wall as well, and its TG is not in the car. So Leclerc has got a mighty lead. So it looks like there's a green flag. We are green again, and Oside Nova has dropped that position to Matt 2. But it's Leclerc, second in the championship, who has a big old lead already of 1.3. As the timing screens again are going to play up here. DRS now. We're not on lap... Here we go, cars in the pits. So Matt's carried on. Did Matt have damage? No, Matt hasn't got damage. Matt goes on. So that's a lovely start for Matt. Jamie James there in 10th place. He's made a place up as well, and he's right behind the back of Lucas. But I tell you what, that's exactly what Matt wanted. A nice, clean start. He'd avoid the drama at the start. And can he now kick on and try and get his first point? But look how many in the pits. Lennon, Crazy Power, BP, Flying Soz, JB1, Frisky, and Nick Mania all in the pits. Granty Boy does not lead the race. The timing screen still messing around. But it is Leclerc who does lead from Matt 2. From most of where is there? Matt 2 is closing up, and look at this. All the championship contenders are close together. You love to see it. Angelo right in there as well. He's chasing his 3rd podium in consecutive races. Hills are up on the soft tyres. Don't forget, he's not making much impact. Rimpy's an absolutely brilliant start there in 6th. Sandwiched by the Renaults. Lucas in 8th, Granty Boy in 9th, both McLarens in the points as it stands as well, and they're right in the action as well. There was Granty Boy. Oh, and Rimpy hit the wall. Did he pick up any damage? Slim's going to have a go down the inside and gets through. A little mistake there from Rimpy. And that sadly has cost him a position. I don't think he got any damage though. No, he's right behind the back of the Renault. Can the Finnish driver have a go back? Renault now back into 5th and 6th. And you've got Lucas there, and Granty Boy there, and Jamie James, all trying to get on the action. A fantastic battle for the points here. Leclerc fastest lap. He's half a second ahead of Matt 2. DRS will now be enabled. Rimpy could not make any impression on Slim that time by. And Matt 2 is in DRS at Leclerc, and they're pulling away from Nova, who's got Angelo catching him. So the soft runners have got themselves right in there. Jamie James, as Rimpy is making a move on Slim down the inside. Here he goes, and I think he's got the move done. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I think Rimpy and Slim have come together. It's a safety car. Rimpy missed the corner. Slim's out. Rimpy missed the corner, outbraked himself, and it looks like Slim went straight with him. Safety car is out. Slimbo is out the race, and that is a huge dent to his championship chances and Renault's chances at the front in the constructors. What a reprieve for the guys who picked under the safety car, picked on lap 1, sorry. My word, Slim is out. It looks like Rimpy and Slim came together. The replay feature is not working, annoyingly. But it looks like Rimpy missed his braking point completely, went straight into the wall, and sadly took Slim with him. And that is a massive blow. That is a massive blow to Slim. So is anyone going to pit under this safety car? Anyone want to ditch their soft tyres, I wonder? And Leclerc does pit. So Leclerc pits and Mac 2 doesn't. And Nova doesn't either. So this is interesting. Leclerc, is he going to go hard for the rest of the race? Has he got front wing damage? It's no front wing damage, but however, he thinks hards are going to take him to the end. Now the guys on softs will be singing hallelujah. We can bin these softs and get a set of hards on. And look at that, Matt now into 6th place. Forms right behind Leclerc. That won't bother him one bit. Matt is in a brilliant position here. So Hillsrap rejoins in 7th. Lucas at It's TG is there in 9th place. Oh no. It's TG's got to be careful as well of his lag. Granty Boy coming right behind him. It looks like Jacob's going to come out in 10th. Rimpy 12th. Just ahead of the guys that have already stopped. I don't think there'll be too many guys who haven't stopped. So it's just the medium runners then, isn't it? And the hard runners. Well, the hard runner of It's TG. So the safety car is out as Nick Mania is gone. And Nick Mania has retired in the pits. What a nightmare race for the Mercedes boys so far. So on with Lennon. What a start Lennon had. I'm just watching footage of the Rimpy Slim incident. Oh, so Rimpy, Slim, it was wrong place, wrong time. So Rimpy actually missed his braking point, went into the wall on his own, and Slim had nowhere to go but in the wall as well. However, Slim's wheel came off where Rimpy's didn't. And for Slim, that is very much wrong place, wrong time. Oh my word. So Rimpy, yeah, is going to turn 3. Rimpy's locked up straight into the wall, and poor Slim has had to follow him. He couldn't turn in because Rimpy's car was in the way in the wall. Oh my word. And when your luck's out, your luck's out. And that, if Slim wants to join us and talk us through it, because that is a major implication on the championship. And Renault, of course, who lead the constructors, have only got one man left with Hillsrap. It's TG's left the session. This isn't good either. It's TG currently 9th. However, his lag's going to cause a problem. This is not winning. And of course, safety car restarts as well can be an absolute nightmare. It's TG has left, so the lag. So It's TG has left. That's good of It's TG. His connection wasn't great, and he has pulled out and left. So that will be a chance for Granty Boy and everyone to get through under the restart pretty quickly. His car should stay ghosted and AI'd. Why has Nick Mania retired again? What a blow for Nick Mania.
No.
Is that Slim?
Yep.
Slim. I've just seen the replay. So Rimpy's locked up and gone straight into the wall, and it's just left you with nowhere to go by the look of it.
Yep, sounds about right.
And it just wrong place, wrong time. That is just rotten luck.
Yeah, my goal for the race was to survive, but like when you're just trying to race someone for position, and it's just a situation you can't control. I didn't make the mistake he did, and yet I come off the worst.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That was the bizarre thing. You and Rimpy hit the wall, not together, but at the same time. But your wheel came off, and his didn't, and it looks like you carried the same speed.
Yeah, I think what happened was because we were slightly overlapped. So that's the reason why I went into the wall to begin with, because I hit his side pod. So he hit the wall first, like millimeters sooner. But because I hit after him, my left wheel hit his front right wheel, and it just popped off. So he hit the wall head on, so he got wing damage. But I clipped his wheel and yeah.
Absolute rotten luck, Slim. I've just seen a safety car in this lap. Absolute rotten luck, because that's just wrong place, wrong time. That is just pure bad luck. Slim, yeah. I don't know what to say, mate. Hopefully next race in Canada is going to be a bounce back for yourself, buddy. But it's another bad Baku race for you, mate.
Yeah, I've had no luck around here, that seems.
Well, Slim, I suppose we'll be hoping now that Nova and some of the others follow the same fate. We're about to go green again. We get trouble round here. Slim, thank you for joining us, by the way, and see you in Canada, mate. Now, Steve says, bad memories of Baku safety car restarts here, Dave. Yes, I have been a victim of a bad Baku restart safety car, because the pit lane takes forever. Now, safety cars in. I think Matt 2 timed this to perfection. Safety cars nicely in the pits. We're about to go green again. And of course now it's Matt 2 from Nova, and we are green, and Nova going on the inside, trying a little move there on Matt 2, couldn't make it stick and runs himself wide, and in fact Angelo made a mistake as well. In fact Angelo gets second place, away from Nova. Nova did make the mistake. Angelo capitalizes, oh no, yellow flags. Oh, I think it's TG, no, it's TG's car falling to the back. Phew. Built a Matt there in 6th place. Oh, Lennon's out. Oh, what's Lennon doing now? Hilsrap round the outside of Matt, and that is a nice move, clean move from Hilsrap, and BP passing Rimpy as well. Let's get the tyres up there on who's on what, and Leclerc's passed Jamie James to 4th place. My word, overtakes galore, and of course Leclerc now could go to the end of the race. Matt 2 leads from Angelo. Nova there in 3rd, of course. No, look how close this is, and Matt 2 has got the front 3 all right under his rear wing, and Leclerc, who has made that pit stop, is there as well. Jamie James, what a debut from him so far, there in 5th place. The Hilsrap in 6th, with Matt there doing a great job in 7th, and he's got Lucas, Granty Boy, Jacob right behind him. I think a bit of a gap into BP. In fact, BP's there as well, then a bit of a gap into Rimpy. What an opportunity for Matt to score his first ZF points in a track that he absolutely loves. But here are the front 3. In fact, make that the front 4, the front 5, because Jamie James is also hanging on. Great helicopter shot here as we complete lap 6 through the left right-hander, and the lap is done. Down the long stop, finishing straight we go. No DRS just yet, of course. And Matt 2 has got the top 6 right under his rear wing. As Jamie 1 now passing his teammate Rimpy, unfortunately falling down a little bit now. Matt 2 running slightly out wide and exit at turn 1. And there he is, front 6. Hilsrap with a bit of oversteer there in the background. Matt's 2 seconds back, but he won't care about that one bit. He has work to do with the pack behind him, trying to hold on for those points. This is set up absolutely beautifully. You've got all the championship contenders in there. And you've got the unknown and the debutant of Jamie James. Of course, we've seen him race before in the mini events and in the invitationals. And now look at him mixing it at the front. And he started 11th place, albeit he hasn't stopped. But Leclerc's the man who's just got to be patient. Leclerc stopped. He's on the hard tyres. He could stop when they all stop and put mediums back on, because he's shifted the mediums. Leclerc's the man in the best position. If I was Leclerc, I would stop when they stop and put mediums on when they put hards on. Tyre wear's not a major issue round here. Matt 2 still can't get out that second gap, can he? Matt still holding on to 7th place. There is Matt, and there's the Baku train behind him. And like I said, he won't care one bit. He is fighting for points. Lucas on the hard tyres. Lucas will be desperate to get through actually on his hard tyres. And Matt's not too far behind. Still in 3 seconds. Look, there's the front 6. And there is Matt with that queue behind him. Frisky Biscuit involved in this as well. I think Rimpy's let Jamie go, knowing the tyre situation. Back at the front, Matt 2 has now got an 8/10 of a second lead. As the front 6 still nose to tail. There they are. Into turn 1. DRS will be activated this lap by. There we go. Flying Sauce passes Frisky Biscuit. Granty Boy getting past Lucas. And Lucas, who could not pass Matt, is now under threat from Granty Boy. On board Granty Boy. He'll go on the outside of turn 1. Lucas has the inside, and he is through. BP is also defending Jamie 1. Flying Sauce has passed. Flying Sauce on no points, by the way, so far this season. He's up to 14th place. Oh, this is brilliant. We've got some fantastic racing here. So DRS open. No moves yet from these boys. On board with Leclerc, just patiently stalking his next man. And that next man is the championship leader, Oside Nova. Matt holds on in 7th place. Now Granty Boy right behind him. Oh, and Flying Sauce is going backwards. And he's gone straight on, and a virtual safety car. He's gone straight on at turn 3, and Flying Sauce's disaster season continues. Reset to track, Flying Sauce. That may be the best way to do this. He was fighting Rimpy, I think. He's completely lost his front wing. He's had a big off at turn 3, hasn't he? Virtual safety car. Bit of breathing space. I think Matt would prefer Granty Boy behind than Lucas. Granty Boy may act more of a rear gunner for Matt. I know they're in the same party chat. West waiting to go green again. I'll tell you what, if it stays virtual for when they get around to start finishing straight, will they pit? The answer's no, because we are green straight away. And Angelo has a fantastic restart. He's right behind the back of Matt too. And they've jumped over a little bit. Angelo will have the DRS. Andrew, who has never won in ZF. He's had 2 second places this season. He's yet to win. He's been in the conversation a few times this season for a chance to ever win, but this is surely his best shout at it right now. It looks like Hillsop could be lining up Jamie James for a move as well. So down to turn 1 they come. Straight line speed of that AlphaTauri is mighty though. And here comes Hillsop down the inside of Jamie James. Can he make the move stick? All side by side. Little bang of wheels there. Hillsop still on the inside. He's not giving it up. James on the outside. A good move there by Hillsop. James lets him go. Good racing between the Greek driver and the Englishman, and Crazy Pie gets past Frisky Biscuit on his recovery up, and Granty Boy passing Matt under DRS. Now Matt will have the DRS this time by. Matt will be desperate to stay within a second of Granty Boy. Desperate to stay within a second of Granty Boy. He needs that DRS to help with his fight with the rest of the pack behind. Flying Soz, 5 second penalty, and Flying Soz is out. Oh my word, what a disaster of a season Flying Soz is having. No points still for the Greek driver, of course, a former winner, a former podiumer. Jacob passes Lucas. Where's he done that? That's into the castle section. Lucas fighting back. Oh, what a move! What a move by Lucas inside of the castle section. That is not an overtaking place on the track. And Jacob and Lucas going wheel to wheel. That was absolutely fantastic. More of that, please, boys. That was excellent. And Jacob desperate to get through. Of course, he feels he's got the speed of the boys ahead. And this all helps Matt. Matt pulling away now from Lucas and Jacob. They're both on hard tyres, and BP right in the action here as well. Back at the front. I don't see any moves happening, so let's stay with this battle here. Angelo within DRS, but can't get close enough. No moves at the front. So Lucas is under threat here from Jacob. Here we go, Jacob. And of course BP, Jamie having a look at BP as well. 2 Dutch drivers side by side. So easy move for Jacob. And oh, here comes Jamie, one under control. Oh, and he spun it. And did he hit someone? I think he did, but thankfully didn't take anybody out. But Jamie won with a big spin. And down the order he goes. Jamie won going into turn 1 way too hot, and now BP with a chance of passing Lucas, who has no DRS. Will BP have a go down the inside? Tucks in, and instead it's the Mercedes. The Crazy Power's on a charge. My word, he's a man on a mission. Right behind the back of newcomer Rimpy. Rimpy going defensive. Crazy Power, the mediums on the outside. Oh, that's brilliant! What a move by the Italian around the outside. The mediums giving him a lot more grip than the hard tyres. Rimpy is suffering on these hard tyres, and Crazy Power, another brilliant overtake. My word, we're seeing some fantastic racing and overtakes out there now. And Matt still holds on to 8th place. However, now Jacob and Lucas, all yellow flags in sector 2. And it's Jacob! Jacob's been off in the castle section. Oh my word. No front wing safety car. For that. Come on, Codemasters. What the hell? It's only a front wing. But I'm pretty sure now the guys at mediums are going to stop for hards, surely. Oh, and Crazy Power's left for session. What is going on? Jacob's made a mistake. Now, they are going to pit. Here we go. So, now Leclerc won't have to. Now, because Leclerc retakes the lead, and his laps are only 6 lap old. Hillsrap goes on a mediums. Of course, yeah, he pitted. He pitted early on. So Hillsrap's fine. A Granty Boy benefits. Crazy Power has thankfully rejoined. Matt takes to the pits. Matt goes mediums again. Well, that's interesting. Matt is going to 2-stop. As we get messy with the order here, but... So Matt's put on mediums and is going to 2-stop. No, he has put on hards. Sorry. Type graphics now caught up. So he has got hards on. As Crazy Power re-overtakes Rimpy. Rimpy back in the points as well. So BP up there in 6th place. So where's Nova? Nova's 10th. And he's got overtaking to do. This is absolute... Oh my word, I don't believe it! Crazy Power and Rimpy have come together. Oh my word, I thought that... Well, that helps those side Nova out. But what has happened there? I was looking at the comments. Rimpy's got front wing damage. Crazy Power's got a 5-second penalty. But it looks like Rimpy hit the back of Crazy Power. Eventful first race for Rimpy, who's now got front wing damage. Now you can't say... Now, Crazy Power, if at 5 seconds for that, then he can have that rescinded. If it's Rimpy that clearly hit Crazy Power by no fault, Crazy Power will have that 5 seconds removed. However, Rimpy has now got 5 seconds to his time. 10 seconds for Crazy Power. What's happened to Crazy Power? Where on earth have they come from? And that helps out Oside Nova. Jamie James reappeared 11th place. Matt in 13th. He hasn't got to stop again. Nor's Frisky. Jacob may have to on those. And Leclerc, who pitted under the first safety car, of course, as did Hills, as did Granty Boy, who won here last season. And I'll tell you what, with their main championship contender, Oside Nova, way down 10th place, what an opportunity for these boys to try and pull some points over their championship rival. Matt, too, in probably the best position, in 5th place. BP there in 6th. He's quite happy with his medium tyres. He's not going to stop yet. Of course, this helps these medium runners who could probably put on soft tyres towards the end of the race. A lot of tactical implications out there. Rimpy pits. Jacob pits again. What is going on? Jacob's going to put hards on. I'm pretty sure that's to bin those mediums off and put some hards on. And it's another new front wing for Jacob. My word, this is just quite... And is that medium tyre, hard tyres? That is the hard tyres on for Jacob. Rimpy puts on new front wing. And it looks like medium tyres for the Finnish driver. Who, like I said, has had an extremely eventful race. ITZG's not in the session. Frisky up to 13th. What an opportunity for these two to get their first points in Zenith. Well, Matt certainly. Hard tyres and he's done. The likes of Jamie 1. Crazy Power, who's also got a penalty. BP. Granty and Hills are possibly as well. May have to stop again. Matt may benefit from that. As may Frisky. However, Matt will be looking to pass Frisky, to be past Jamie 1. Jamie 1 on 9-lap-old tyres. Matt on fresh tyres. We're looking to get looking like he's going to try and get past Jamie pretty quickly. Well, this is up in the air. And with Leclerc's pace, surely Leclerc, who hasn't got to stop again for sure in those hard tyres, and all of a sudden that strategy has paid dividends. Slim out, Nick Mania out, then out, Flying Stars out. Another bad race for Williams. Slim, the big shock, out, one of the championship contenders. No points scored for Slim. However, we're going to have to see our championship leader, Oside Nova, get some overtaking done, because he's down there in 9th place with a very quick Jamie James right behind him. They've got a bit of a buffer then to Jamie. He's got those laps on the tyres. Hopefully the safety car is stopping this time by. Jacob hopefully knows that ITZG's not in the car. He can't get impatient. Safety car is in this lap. Rimpy may not have to stop again either on those medium tyres. That's going to be touch and go. We get ready to go green. Let's hopefully we can get a good restart. Matt 2, time perfect. You need to have a big gap to the safety car. That's not big enough. You need a huge gap to the safety car on this track. Safety car's still not even in the pit lane yet. Oh, this looks agonisingly close. Baku is an absolute nightmare for restarts, and I'm hoping safety car's now in. Now Leclerc can go for it. Oh, they're a bit quick at the back. Leclerc's not gone yet. Now Leclerc goes. Took no chances, and now Leclerc, green flag and go. And is that BP looking to get some overtaking done? Matt 2's been caught a little bit short here. He's trying to pass Lucas down the inside. Lucas holds on around the outside. That's great racing. Matt 2 had to get out of it, and BP may have a look here on this medium tyres. Matt 2 down the inside again, and this time forces Lucas out wide. Again, fantastic racing between the two Dutchmen. BP followed through. BP's also got past Lucas. Now Angelo will try and look at his Ferrari teammate. And Lucas and Crazy Power gets through. And Lucas drops to 8th place. Outside Nova and Jamie James are side by side. Jamie James, he may be a debutant, but he's desperate to get past the championship leader. Lucas going backwards, my word, this is exactly the same as what happened, of course, in the Netherlands. Safety car came in and Lucas found himself plummeting like a stone, or was it Vietnam? But Lucas does not have happy memories of restarts. And those tyres should be relatively fresh as well. Oh my word, just so close to the wall. Jamie James looks like he's got a lot of pace over Oside Nova right now. Our championship leader is getting bogged down behind Lucas. And there's JB1 and Matt's there as well. He's got Frisky right behind him, and Rimpy's right behind Frisky with Jacob there as well to try and spoil the party. As, oh, Lucas running out wide there. Lucas has got a bit of a train behind him, hasn't he? The front guy's getting away. Leclerc pulling away from Hills with the Greek 1-2 at the moment, and Granty Boy, who, my word, last year's runner-up, Granty Boy, he needs those points badly. But there is the champion right behind him, Matt 2. And BP doing an outstanding job in 5th place, but I've got a feeling Angelo may have a look at him very shortly. And now Lucas and Nova are side by side, and Nova finally looks like he's going to get that move done. Is he though? Because Lucas has got some mighty straight line speed here. Lucas may fight this round the outside. Nova gets it, turned into turn 1. Can Lucas get a switchback? Oh, a little wiggle. Couldn't capitalise. No, he can't. And Jamie James and Jamie One all shuffle up behind. There's Matt, also involved in this battle as well. And Frisky, and I can see Jacob there. And now can in fact, Lucas having another look at Oside Nova. This will be frustrating Jamie James now, because he had the pace of Oside Nova. And his next competition, Oside Nova, is Crazy Power, and he is no easy man to pass. We know that. Half a second at the front. In fact, the front 4 are pretty much nose to tail. Leclerc knows he has to win this race. It would be a huge gain on the championship if he did. Especially while Oside Nova's got a bit of traffic to navigate round as well. Although he has caught that battle, and he's dragging Lucas with him, isn't he? In fact, there's no real field spread. Look at the map. They're all stuck together on track. This is beautiful to see. A complete mix of strategies as well. Whose strategy is going to pay off the most? Jamie James looks like he's going to be lining up a move on Lucas very shortly, isn't he? He's going to have to wait for the DRS in the main straight. Crazy Power made a bit of a mistake there, locking up. With 2 5-second penalties to his name, they could yet well be removed. Don't forget, they are not. We'll have to investigate into those. Granty Boy just losing touch with the front 2. Hills are up, of course. Both Leclerc and Hills up have won a race this season. Both going friction 2. Oh, is that Angelo? Look at BP here. It is. Out the slipstream he goes. The German driver, the Dutch driver now. And Angelo may have the move done already. Matt 2 could not get past Granty Boy, and Angelo does get past. And of course, he's chasing his first ZF win. BP's gone 12 lap on those tyres. And his best friend, his good friend Crazy Powers, right behind him. And Nova is not quite making his way through as quick as he thought. Jamie James still hasn't managed to get past Lucas yet. May have a chance now with DRS. In fact, Lucas has it as well. So DRS train well in effect here. JB1, Belton Matt is in this battle as well. Great to see. He has, and Frisky for that matter, have got genuine chance at points. Rimpy right behind Matt. He's on mediums. However, he may have to stop again. That's a gamble on the medium tyres. Jacob still not managed. I'm glad to say, no, touch wood, no 3-second penalties have been handed out there yet. Great race so far. We're half distance. What is going to happen around here? Frisky, Leclerc, holding on. There is Hilldrop's come alive. He qualified in 5th place, of course, out on soft tyres. And all of a sudden, he's found some much-needed pace. Granty Boy holding on as well, as is Matt 2. And I've got a feeling Angelo may catch this battle pretty quickly as well. Nova's now caught the back of Crazy Power BP battle. And that is not a battle that Nova wants to get involved with, because, of course, BP and Crazy Power have been in fierce battles in the last 2 races, and of course BP spun in Monaco trying to pass Crazy Power. Crazy Power feels that BP cost him his first ever podium in the Netherlands. They've got a little bit of rivalry going now, and BP may be looking at getting past here. Nova may have the move done here. On board with the championship leader. Hillsrap faster, and Hillsrap's passed. He's got past Leclerc. Well, Hillsrop leads and Jamie James passing Lucas. Nova's got past Crazy Power. And, oh, James goes on. He avoids the wall just. And is that Matt and Rimpey going at it? Oh, great stuff here. Matt down the inside. He's not giving it up. Forces Rimpey. Oh, that's great racing side by side. Matt holds on. 12th place is still his, but Rimpey now. In fact, they've all got DRS. In fact, Rimpey's not using his. Rimpey has not got the DRS, and in fact, it gives Jacob a sniff on the Finnish driver. Matt holding on, and of course, he's still right behind the back of J1, who has got to stop again. James has been repassed by Lucas. Absolutely so much going on now. Nova right behind BP. Nova is making his way upwards, however. Hills are up, Leclerc, Matt 2 and Granty Boy are all pulling away up front. Angelo has caught that battle, so the front 5 are together on track now. I've got a feeling Nova will be lining up that move on BP down the start finishing straight, but he's now 2.5 seconds back from Angelo on the same tyres as well. BP and Crazy Powers mediums are starting to be screamed now. Rimpey may do it on those mediums, you know. I think Rimpey actually will get to the end. I don't know what state those tyres will be in, which is why it is crucial for Matt to keep Rimpey behind him. I'm glad to say also that looks like Frisky's involved in that battle as well. Jamie James, oh, penalty! Oh, what a shame! The first 3-second penalty comes in. Down the start, finishing straight. Leclerc has not got the straight line speed at Hillsrop as he gets closer and closer, but it's not enough as Andrew does the fastest lap of the race, and Nova does get past BP, and BP has not got much answer. Rimpey and Matt are going at it again. Here we go. This time Rimpey does get past on those fresh and medium tyres. And, oh, what's happened to Jamie James? Has Jamie James... He's made a mistake again. Again in turn 1 he's made a mistake. Jamie 1 has got through. Jamie 1, Crazy Power, BP have all definitely got to stop again. That would push Matt up to 10th place. And of course, Hellzerap and Granty Boy, I wonder, they have surely got to stop again as well. So Jamie James picks a 3-second penalty, now finds himself out the points. And both debutants who look so good in qualifying are now both out the points. And meanwhile, the battle at the front rages on. There is Hillsrap. He's got Leclerc, Granty Boy, Angelo, Matt 2, Angelo, all right behind the front 5 are there on your screen. Matt 2, I imagine, is the net race leader. Leclerc should be able to go to the end on his tyres. However, how bad will his tyre wear be in this race? He's got 9 laps to hold on. He should do it. Matt, Osai Nova could well be off the podium here because I think it's Leclerc, Matt 2, Angelo are a net 1st, 2nd and 3rd. A net 4th would I think be Jamie James. A long way still to go. How's the strategy going to pay out? Leclerc looks close to the back of Hillsrop this time by, doesn't he? Now the Greek driver getting close to his counterpart here on board with the Red Bull. He's getting closer and closer, and here we go. Leclerc down the inside. I don't think Hillsrop's going to fight it too much. Of course, Hillsrop will have a DRS on the next straight by. Matt 2, fastest lap while passing Granty Boy, and into 3rd place goes Matt 2, and one of those mediums are starting to scream. Oh, pitters. We've got Crazy Power BP in the pits. That moves Jamie James up to 8th place, who's dropped a lot of time back to Lucas now, hasn't he? Matt's in the points. Matt and Frisky 11th. Who else has pitted then? Jamie 1, of course, has pitted. Oh, what an opportunity for Matt and Frisky to get the first points of the season. Let's hold. However, soft tyres. Oh, my word. BP's only 10 seconds back. And Frisky's having to go up Matt here. Down, Matt has the inside. Oh, Frisky's had to go on. Frisky fought it hard. I think that was a case of 2 into 1 didn't work. BP's about to arrive on the scene, and BP on those mighty fresh soft tyres gets past. We just saw the end of that. And of course, Hillsrap, Granty Boy, are they going to stop again? Matt would pick up those places as well, and Angelo gets past Granty Boy again on the exit of the castle. We're seeing some overtakes here where we never usually see overtakes. But Angelo knows he can very much be in the fight for his first win in Zenith. He's had 2 second places in a row. He's now 1.5 behind Matt 2, but they're surely both going to catch Leclerc. I'll tell you what, Matt 2 now lining up Hillsrop. His medium tyres I think are starting to give up here. And is Hillsrap going to pit? He's a long way inside. Hillsrap does pit, and I wonder if Granty Boy will follow suit. So Matt 2 takes over second, and a fastest lap to boot as well. Angelo takes over third, and Oside Nova will take over fourth place because Hillsrap and Granty Boy are in the pits. And I imagine it'll be soft tyres for them as well. Yes, soft tyres for Hillsrap. How far can those soft tyres go? Everybody moves up the order. And Matt is into 7th place. Oh my word, what an opportunity. Hillsrap rejoins right behind him. BP's jumped Granty Boy. BP on the soft tyres has jumped Granty Boy. Jamie James, is that a second pit stop for Jamie James? What a disaster. Jacob fastest lap. He could play himself into a bit of contention here as well. Rimpy up to 6th place. Rimpy now quietly getting all of it, isn't he? He's doing a good job there in 6th place. Matt, as we'll have Hillsrap behind him. Of course, BP will catch these soft tyres, will certainly give a big advantage. And in fact, Hillsrap's not hanging around here, on board with the Greek driver now down the inside. And Hillsrap, another overtake in a place that you would not usually suspect over those soft tyres will be mighty. Matt now with BP behind, but he's 3 a bit seconds. Then Granty Boy, and then Frisky. And that's key. So Frisky is Matt's key. Matt's got 7 laps to hold on. It's very much doable. At the front, Matt 2 has caught Leclerc. Angelo now 2 seconds back. And Matt 2, what was saying in qualifying, he needs this bounce back race. And with Oside Nova only for that championship leader is 4th. Leclerc, Matt 2 and Angelo in a great position here to capitalise. Lucas will probably go to the end as well. Lucas having another great race, had a great race in Monaco, now having another fantastic outing here in Baku. Rimpy could probably get to the end as well on those medium tyres. In fact, he will. So he's in for a great debut. What an eventful race he's had. But here is Matt 2. He's getting closer to the back of the Greek driver. Doesn't look close enough. BP, fastest lap of the race as he carves into that gap. Crazy Pass past Frisky. Matt would have been hoping that Frisky did more of a job on Crazy Pa. Fastest lap for Crazy Pa as he gets onto the back of Granty Boy. Matt will know those soft tyres, the best those soft tyres will drop off towards the end of this race. Oh, Angelo. Could be a 3rd podium in a row, of course, for Angelo, but he can see his first win is not too far ahead. And how long will Leclerc's tyres hold on for? Because he's done 15 laps already. And Matt 2 is right behind him. Of course, if Leclerc won this, he would absolutely carve into that championship lead of Oside Nova. As would Matt 2. However, the other championship rivals, Slim out, Jacob's not going to score. Hillsrap's now down in 7th place. Granty Boy 10th. Matt 2 looks closer. On board with the Dutch driver. Try and chase down the Greek driver. Oh, yellow flags in sector 2. It's Crazy Power. Oh, and he's had a spin. And it's oh my, where's the safety car? It's a safety car. Wait, Crazy Power spun it on his own. In the castle section, Crazy Power was not near anybody. No front wing. And are we going to see a flurry of pit stops? With 6 laps to go, we are. It's a brand new race. And yet again, late safety car drama. Soft tyres for everybody. Let's go. Lucas goes on. Lucas goes on. Lucas leads. Oh, Lucas leads. Why not? Rimpy's in 2nd. Did Nova pit? Nova did pit. Oh, BP doesn't need to pit, of course. He's already on fresh soft tyres. Where's Matt? Where's Matt? Matt pits. Oh, for mediums. He hasn't put the softs on. He's put mediums on. Did he? Oh, I wonder if he had no soft tyres left. It's 11 lap old medium. Oh, I don't believe it. 11 lap old mediums for Matt. Is that a pit lane error? Or I'm not sure. That is a complete disaster. Frisky's back into 12th place. He's got a chance at points. I tell you what, we're in for a wild finish. And all of a sudden, the championship leader Nova is in 8th place. And he's got Granty Boy right behind him. Oh, this is just throwing it wide. Wide. The safety car out for nothing. Crazy Pass spun on his own. However, the race marshals. Harry Burkhart says, worth a gamble by Lucas. Absolutely. Lucas has not won since Singapore back in the old IRC Elite days. Rimpey, it's his debut. Safety car may pit over this lap. Or will it go on? Are we going to get a 5-lap or a 4-lap shootout? Jacob is still 13th. What a nightmare race for this man. No penalties, but just genuinely may not score any points. That is a complete disaster. Lucas will be praying the safety car stays out for longer, and it is. Well, I've had no message. No green lights. Lights are still flashing, and Lucas will take this. My word, are we going to see a new winner? Leclerc. This could be fun, guys. I'm just thinking about the possibility. Angelo will be absolutely gutted. He'll be going, how am I 6th place? What has happened here? BP, what a shout for BP, 7th place. And Oside Nova, wow, he has got some overtaking to do as well. Championship leader, of course, then Granty boy. I wonder if Matt's going to stop again and get rid of those medium tyres. No. Unless Matt had no tyres left at all. Matt's on 11-lap old medium tyres. Surely it'd be worth putting on some old softs instead of old mediums. Has Matt just thrown away a chance of his first ever ZFF1 Sport points? Frisky Biscuit. He has a chance of his first points of the season. And he will know Matt's on old medium tyres. Frisky will be looking to pass Matt ASAP and try and take any scraps of what could happen ahead of him for some points. Surely safety car in this time by, and surely we're going to get... So, Crazy Power shifted his penalties. So safety cars actually helped Crazy Power because now his penalties have gone. And it has been a long, long time since I have been able to say that Lucas leads a race. And I'll tell you what, if you're Rimpey, you've got nothing to lose. It's his debut. He's got a chance of a podium. And his mediums are still relatively fresh. But my word, Leclerc, he knows he's got to win. His championship rivals are all struggling. Matt 2, Hillsrap, Angelo, Nova the leader 8th, Granty Boy 9th, and Slim is out the race. And Jacob is set not to score again. Steve says the game fucked Matt over. He's going mad. Yeah, that's what I wondered. Because Matt would definitely not have chosen medium tyres. And it sounds like Jeff and Codemasters has completely done over Matt. And, well, track position. Oh, what a shame, because Matt was on for points. Matt was definitely on for points. Safety car surely in this lap by. That's 2 races. 2 races now. Matt has had a chance of scoring points. It's been done over by the game. I've got no board saying safety car's in. I think it's going on. And it is. And we're just going to get, what, 2 laps by the time we go green flag. Lucas and Rimpey have a real chance here. This is quite unbelievable. Safety car is going to do its full 3 laps. Lap 23, when we go, it'll be lap 24. So it'll be a lap 24, 25, 26. 3 laps for Lucas to hold on for his maiden Zenith F1 Esports victory. He hasn't won in over 3 seasons. Of course, I said the old IRC Elite days last time he won. Rimpey, what? I'd like to see his footage in the race. Involved, of course, unintentionally retired Slim by crashing himself and Slim crashing out of sympathy next to him. He has been up and down the order. Then involved with a 5-second penalty under a crash of the safety car Crazy Power. Right down outside the points, and now finds himself on his debut, 2nd place, and a chance of a shock podium for the Finnish driver. Leclerc will be a man on an absolute mission, and I just hope Leclerc can keep it together and keep his head. Get a driver overtaken a lap at a time. He can't afford to do anything stupid because his championship leader and rival is down in 8th place. Oh, of course, Harry makes a point that said could wait for its TG's Ghost. However, his Ghost has caught up for a while. I hope it's just doing the 3 standard laps. Oh, this is going to be an absolute frantic finale here. Can Lucas take a shock win? Could Rimpey take a shock win? Leclerc's got to keep his head. Second in the championship, Leclerc. Matt 2, 5th in the championship. Hills are up, 6th in the championship. Angelo 7th in the championship. Our championship leader is 8th. It could be a big day in the championship and closing it right up. But my word, we are going to get some frantic action here. Surely safety car's in this lap. Yeah, green. I think the safety car is in this lap. We need a good restart. Lucas has got to back this pack right up. Safety car in this lap. Here we go, folks. This could be wild. I just hope it's clean. Keep the awareness. Keep the... I tell you, the adrenaline will be absolutely pumping in all of them. They all know. Lucas Rimpey, chance of first wins and podiums. Leclerc knows his championship rival's way down. He needs to win. Matt 2 knows he can make some ground up. Hillsrap knows he can make some ground up. BP's on for a fantastic personal best this season. Matt could score his first points. Nobody needs to get some overtaking done. Frisky could score his first points. This adrenaline in this pack right now is going to be sky high. The safety car is in and Lucas has gone now. And Jamie won penalty with Matt. Matt's got a penalty as well. I'm not sure what's happened, but Rimpey going defensive on Leclerc. And there goes Leclerc on the outside. Can he keep it together? Leclerc is not hanging around. He's through. Oh, and Nova made a mistake in the background. And Matt 2 gets past Rimpey. They are not hanging around. And now Lucas, in fact, he's through. Leclerc's done it already. Lucas, who will be sick to death of restarts, has already been passed by Leclerc. Leclerc didn't want to wait laps. He wants to get it done now. Where's Nova? Nova's lost a place. It's Grunty Boy who's benefited. Matt 2 gets past Lucas. Oh, and now Rimpey trying to follow through for his first podium. Hillsrap will be desperate to get the podium as well. Angela, they all are. Oh no, Matt's going backwards. What's happened? Matt's come into trouble. Oh, what a shame. Frisky. Oh, and Nova passing BP. And Nova's got through. Into 8th place goes that championship leader. Oh, and BP's hit the back of him. Oh, what? I don't like what I saw there. Nova's got problem with damage. Oh, no! Jamie and Nova have come together. Jamie and Nova have come together. Incredible scenes. The championship leader, BP's out, and the championship leader is set not to score any points. What on earth just happened? What on earth just happened? Jamie 1 still in the race. Matt 2 may even... Frisky Biscuit saved place. I'll get to that shortly because Hills are flying at Rimpey. We've still got action. Rimpey trying to pass Lucas for his first ever podium. Down the inside. Can he make it stick? No, he can't. Nova's not going to score any points. This championship is about to close right up. BP, I don't know what BP was doing with outside Nova. Jamie James passes Frisky. Keep it together, Frisky. Frisky's on the verge of his first points of the season. He's just going to hold on 2 more laps. Jamie James is right behind him, and so is Crazy Power. Oh, Frisky will be absolute sweat will be dripping on his face. Some rare points for Frisky Biscuit is up for grabs here. Nova and Jamie are pitted. It looks like Jamie got on the gas too early and Frisky just literally had nowhere to go. Matt 2 chasing down Leclerc for the win. Leclerc will close up to within 3 points of the championship lead outside Nova as it stands. What on earth happened to BP? I think Nova had his front wing damage before all that happened. Crazy Power penalty and Jamie James penalty, and that should mean Frisky's going to score points. Surely it's going to mean Frisky scores points. I've got a feeling from what I'm seeing on the comments, Nova already had front wing damage before all that contact came and was literally a sitting roadblock. Now can Matt 2 have a go at Leclerc? This is unbelievable. Jacob's back in the points in 8th place. Matt 2 not close enough. Final lap of the race. Can Rimpy get past Lucas? Oh, Rimpy, you commit. Oh, in fact, he's defending. He's defending from Hilserap. Lucas can be on for an incredible podium. What a finish to this Grand Prix. Angelo will be gutted. Absolutely gutted. Frisky. Just hold on. Hold on. Crazy Power's dropped right back. I think he's got damage. Big train here. Last lap. Rimpy's not close enough to Lucas. And has Lucas done enough to claim a podium? Hilserap. And Angelo's gone for Hilserap on the outside. My word, the German driver can make it stick. Still side by side. Now he'll have the inside line. Oh, here they come. Hilserap's not giving it up. Contact, contact. Hilserap's gone round and Granty Boys hit him. What is going on out there? Hilserap's out. Another championship contender is gone. Frisky Biscuit picks up a penalty. He's in 7th place. Could Matt score some points? Oh, Matt's got a penalty as well. I said it would be frantic. Oh, Jamie James 5 seconds for ignoring yellow flag. Frisky Biscuits in 7th place. In the meantime, is Matt 2 going to pass Leclerc for the win? Absolute carnage at the end of this race. It's surely going to be Leclerc. Round the left right-hander and Leclerc coming up. Oh, Jamie James' race has been completely obliterated. And it's Leclerc who wins in Baku, and he closes right up on the championship. And it's Jacob into 5th place. What a finish by Jacob! Lucas takes 3rd. What a podium for Lucas. Rimpy takes 4th. Angelo 5th. Jacob, oh, the position change clause. Frisky finishes 7th, and can Matt get his first points? I think he's too far back. Jacob had penalties. Jamie James, despite... Matt scores! Matt scores! Matt scores his first ever ZFF1 Esport point! Finally! Finally, Matt has got his point. Frisky gets his first points in 7th. Everyone's a winner. Well, apart from Oside Nova, the championship leader, fastest lap. And he scores nothing. And the championship has been closed right up. But what an absolute bedlam. And in fact, Jamie Orr made it the fastest lap yet. But absolute bedlam. In the final few laps, Rimpy and Jamie James scoring their debut. I think everybody bar... Crazy Power. Try for the day, Frisky. You know what? Why not? Absolutely. Try for the day, Frisky. I wonder, Crazy Power said he had no 5-second. I don't know. Well, as it stands, I don't know. Frisky's definitely got P7th. That was, what a race. Let's get the drivers in chat. What a finish that race. Right, so Crazy Power... Get those penalties. Crazy Power had 1 3 so why is he dropped behind Matt? Matt finished behind Crazy Power and had more penalties. I've got a horrible feeling that Matt's going to lose that point, I'm afraid. Crazy Power finished ahead of Matt and had less penalties. Three seconds, 1 3 seconds. Yeah, the game has glitched Crazy Power out of 10th.
That's true. Give me back, please.
Yeah,
I want that point.
Yeah,
I really want it.
Yeah, I'm really sorry to Matt, but Matt's going to lose that point. Matt was miles behind Crazy Power, yet it's kicked Crazy Power down to 11th. And of course, Crazy, you served your penalties in the pits, didn't you? Your 2 5 seconds.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, Crazy is 10th. Oh no, I don't want to break that.
Bollocks.
Matt, I'm so sorry.
Not having it. Forget it. I'm leaving. Forget it.
Oh, the game.
No.
But I need to investigate.
Point is mine.
I need to investigate Jamie James as well because I've got a feeling his penalty's been messed up and he should be lower. But I'll have a look. Wow, crazy scenes. Hills are up. Not happy with Angelo. Of course, they came together. Yeah, that looks silly from Hills up and Angelo. That's definitely going to be investigated. Let's try and dissect what the hell just happened. Is Leclerc in here yet? No.
What a race, man! Wow.
What a race.
Someone invite Leclerc in because let's start in order. Let's go with Matt 2 first. Matt, oh boy, what a race! Talk us through that one in your point of view.
Yeah, in my opinion, safety car cost me a chance to really fight for that win. It's unfortunate a safety car has come out, especially especially around Baku. So yeah, just had to deal with that. Second safety car saved me. Last safety car ruined me. So yeah, just happens. And then yeah, at the end it was just trying to get through the traffic as quickly as possible. Got past Rim, I think that's how you pronounce it, pretty quickly. Then had to try to get past Lucas as soon as possible. It kind of worked. I managed to do a switchback on him, but yeah, I was never going to challenge for the win. It's like Jacques or Leclerc had some insane straight line speed.
Yeah.
I know he's not in the party, of course, but yeah, massive congrats to him. He drove very well and deserved the race win.
Absolutely, and of course for you, a massive bounce back after the disappointment of Monaco with Nova not scoring, and we'll get to that shortly. That for you personally, that must be a massive boost.
Yeah, it's. I feel like I've been able to improve even on last season in terms of pace, but it's just little things that have cost me, and I need to improve on that.
Matt, congratulations, mate. That is a well-deserved second place and a great race from yourself, mate. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
My word, I did not think that I would be talking to Lucas. Third place, mate. I bet you were so nervous on that restart.
I'm stunned. I mean, it was amazing. I didn't expect it. My pace was below average today, so I was just waiting, as like Monaco, waiting for people to do mistakes. And then that late safety car, I didn't expect people to go in. I was happy when I saw them go in. And yeah, I didn't think about it at all. I went first, and I just thought a couple or maybe 3 people may pass, but I still can get a top 5, top 6 with this move. And yeah, the racing point was a good buffer for me. He kept the softers behind, and that helped a lot, to be honest.
How much you spent at the end with Rimpy, of course, because he was just hunting you down at the end, wasn't he?
Yeah, but the good thing is that he didn't have the grip of the softs, so I could keep him behind, just behind, you know.
Well,
just enough.
Lucas, incredible race and a well-deserved podium, mate. Absolutely great.
Out of nowhere, man.
Great to see you up there, mate. Congratulations, and hopefully see you up there more often, mate.
Yeah, tracks coming up now are much better for me, so maybe I can achieve this without, you know, luck or strategy. Maybe on track, but yeah, we'll see. Good to be up there again.
Absolutely, mate. Congratulations. Leclerc has joined us. Leclerc, you looked like you had that in control despite all the carnage.
Luca?
Yeah, go on. Tell me. Πες μου.
I want, please, a little bit μετάφραση.
Yeah, tell me in Greek. Yeah, πες μου.
Oh, bit of translation. So Lucas will translate for Leclerc.
Yes, tell me.
You tell me and I translate.
Come on. Come on.
Εντάξει, ήταν ένας φοβερός αγώνας και τον ευχαριστήθηκα και παίξαμε όλοι καθαρά. Με το μάτι είχαμε πολλές μάχες και αυτά.
It was an amazing race. I enjoyed it much. Had some good, clean fights, and I enjoyed my fight with Matt. And yeah, that's what he said.
And in terms of the championship, Leclerc, You're right behind Oside and over again. That must be a big boost going into the rest of the season now.
Ναι,
Exactly,
κατάλαβα
what's
τι
the shot
είπε.
on over? Ah,
Ναι,
okay,
ναι,
okay.
ναι. Ναι, είμαι ακριβώς πίσω. Θα το προσπαθήσω μέχρι τέλος. Μέχρι στιγμής κρατάμε κάτω το κεφάλι και παλεύουμε.
Yeah, I'm right behind him. I'm gonna try to be there until the end. Head down and we'll see.
Good man. Well, Leclerc, congratulations, mate. Brilliant race, brilliant result. Well done.
And I want to construct my teammate, Barbary. He's hit the wall 6 times and 6 times he's gone to the
Well,
But I love you so much, teammate. You are best teammate.
boys,
ever.
stop it.
I
Boys,
love you
stop
too.
it. You two, after Australia, I thought you two were going to be at each other's throats all season, but this little bromance is beautiful.
By the way, first time ever I fight anyone in the castle section. Fair play, Jacob, for leaving space. Really, mate.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, let's
Yeah,
get
no problem. That was good.
let's get to Jacob next. Jacob with another complete. Who was I can't remember the result. Who was fourth? Oh, Rimpy was fourth. So Jacob fifth. Jacob, about 4 laps from the end, you were out the points. Where on earth did you come from to finish fifth?
I think it was 14th or 15th, one or the other. But yeah, I think I pitted like 7 times. So yeah, 7 times wing damage. The castle section was just a complete nightmare for me. And yeah, after that disconnection from the start, I accidentally went on spectators mode, and I couldn't get in my car, so then I had to leave and rejoin. And I felt like punching a TV after that. Not gonna lie, but. Yeah, I don't even know what happened in the race. I managed to, just pick every opportunity in those last couple of laps to get past everyone that's kind of fighting in front of me, and then with Angelo.
And you were right behind the Angelo Hillsrap crash at the end. What on earth happened between those two? Because that looks silly.
Yeah, I think it was just a bit clumsy. I think they were going side by side for a second. Isn't really designed to go side by side through, and I just think it was a bit messy. I mean, I'll send you my footage afterwards, but
I think we're going to need it.
Yeah, I can't really say what happened. It just looked like one of them, and that it might have been Angelo came across on Hillsrap, and then or I don't know who it was, but they both went round, and then I managed to get round them luckily.
Well. Yeah, luckily I'm 5th place, and with the championship leader again not scoring for you, that's points over the top. Surely now your season's going to kickstart. This is it now, isn't it?
Race again, and but no, it feels better than a win to get P5, especially after the circumstances in the last safety car being 14th and then going back to 5th was it feels better than a win. In some ways.
Mate, brilliant result for you. Salvaged some points at the end, some more points to yourself. So well done, mate. And Canada next. Next up, who was 6th? I can't remember. Was it Granty Boy?
I think it was me in the end.
It
I'm
was.
Not sure.
Granty Boy. Again for you. You were sort of out of it towards the end. All of a sudden, you picked up the pieces at the end and managed to come home in 6th. And you had an eventful race. Talk us through your race, mate.
Yeah, it was very eventful. Safety car helped me right out from the start. Went on the mediums. And then, I don't know, I lost a bit of traction coming out the castle section. Done my wing. I thought I controlled it, but yeah, I had to go in for the pits. And then a lap later, the safety car came out, which benefited. And then, with Jacob Bradbury obviously overtaking myself, Hillsrap, and that other geezer. I don't know what the hell was going on, but it cost me wing damage, and I used the rest of my hours just to try and get past the guys that had penalties on the finishing. Your
season so far has been consistent, but just outside the top 5. Again, of course, you couldn't do much in qualifying with the Q-ban you had, but you're fresh for Canada. How are you feeling going into that one?
Not really strong, mate, to be honest. There's a couple of parts that catches me out every time, and I wouldn't expect a clean race from me. Just hoping to get some points again.
Well, it was some nice points. Of course, a double McLaren finish, of course. So Jamie James also got you some points as well. So nice to see both cars in the points, mate. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's go to driver of the day, and a man who picked up the pieces, Frisky Biscuit. Not only your first points of the season, but P7. Was it P7?
Yeah.
It was P7, mate. You've got to be in it to win it. You've got to be there to pick up the pieces. You were. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, mate. Genuinely, I thought the race was done after lap 1 because I ended up not having the car didn't stop in either turn 1 or turn 2, so I ended up losing some front wing, and I was right at the back, so I just thought I was like out of it.
And then,
Yeah.
and then you just sort of came back into it, and your pace was decent as well. You weren't getting dropped by anybody today. You were right in that midfield battle. Oh, you in shock? Hello?
Hello.
Frisky?
Oh.
Oh, you're there. I was going to say, I thought you'd passed out in shock.
No, I
You have
didn't
to
get part of
finish.
it. My leave the sheep out of it. Dolly's in the barn.
And overall,
Yeah.
of course, you saw that carnage at the end. Were you excited? Were you punching the air while you were driving, picking up those places? How are you feeling on that last lap?
I don't think there's like words to describe it because like I ended up picking up that 3-second penalty. I was like, oh, that's it. I'm not getting points again. I'm gonna just miss out. And then there was that carnage then towards the castle section, and I managed to get through it unscathed. I don't know. I'm still a bit.
I was gonna.
I'm a bit stunned.
I know. I was going to say you still sound in shock, mate. Well, it has
I
happened.
scored more points. I scored more points in this race than I did all the last.
I was going to say it was your best ever.
I picked an objective.
Yeah, not only your points, but your best ever finishing, Zenith. Mate, persistence pays off. I've got to say, you deserve that, mate. Congratulations, and try and better it in Canada, mate. Eh?
I do like Canada as a track.
So
I know it's tough on penalties, so I'm hoping for another good one. But no, my luck, I'll crash.
oh, well, that's not end the interview sour. Mate, congratulations. Well done, buddy. That was
Thank
a
you.
brilliant race, and driver of the day. 10th is Crazy Power. Sorry, Matt.
Right.
Crazy Power. Again, your race was just bonkers as well. I don't know where do you start?
You're lagging, Dave. I couldn't hear anything, sorry.
Oh, is it my end that's lagging? Hold on.
No, it's crazy power.
I think you're fine.
Oh, sorry.
Is it-
Lagging all
If
races.
you
People
can say it again,
all the way.
it's fine.
I was saying your race looked very eventful as well. Yeah, just talk us
It
through
was.
your race, mate.
It was kind of crazy race. Luckily, I broke my wing twice by myself, which was very stupid for me. But no, it's Baku, so very eventful race. Actually, I got disconnected out of nowhere, and when I was joining back, I got a collision with the new guy. I think it was Rampe.
Yeah.
Point. Yeah. I think I brake tested him, so I'm sorry, mate, if you are hearing me. And that's why I got the 10 seconds. But yeah, also I broke my wing again. The time at the castle, but luckily I could get my points, so I'm happy.
Yeah, and again, it's more points. It's becoming quite consistent now with your season. Overall, with your season so far for 6 races, are you happy with the way it's going so far? Because you could have had a couple of podiums as well if things had gone your way this season.
Yes, exactly. But I want to get more points. I want to improve myself every race. So it's not over. There's a huge gap of improvement. So I want to give everything.
Well, mate, congratulations. There's another point on to Canada we go, mate, and we'll see you next week. Well done, mate.
Thank you, Dave.
Matt, another 11th. I think it's like your 3rd this season.
Sorry, Matt.
We're gonna have to call
Don't
you.
worry about it, mate.
We're gonna have to
Don't
call you
worry
Mr. 11. Matt, it is genuine. You were a long way behind Crazy Pan, and Crazy Pan had less penalties than you, and somehow it pushed him out. But
Yeah,
Matt,
it is what it is.
Matt, I know that Jeff screwed you over. I know you're absolutely gutted. What happened? They just put on the wrong tyres in that's final safety car.
I don't honestly understand because I never had mediums set as an option. I was always going to go mediums to soft. Obviously, I changed it to go onto the hards. Did I go onto the hards?
No, went
Yeah.
to 11th lap old mediums. You came out on.
Oh, then I went on into the hards,
Yeah.
and then I selected softs as a precaution if there was another safety car, and there was, and yeah, put me on mediums that had done 11, 12 laps, I think.
I couldn't believe it.
And to be fair, I give up. I was still in front of Frisky and Jacob, I believe, and coming into the end of sector 1, I just let him go because I was giving up.
Oh,
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I shouldn't have
oh
done.
Matt,
I shouldn't have done.
no,
I
no.
did think that you left me a bit too much space going up the inside.
Yeah.
I thought, shit, am I lagging
I
again?
just thought I ain't getting in the way. You'll get past me eventually. So
Oh,
I'll let
Matt.
it go.
And that would have been.
thank
Oh, Matt.
And
And
then 3 corners later, there was 2 cars. Next lap, there was another 2 cars in the wall. I thought, but just say, Dave. Jamie won 5-second penalty. It does need to come off because it was totally my fault. I hit him under the safety car. I will send you the footage of it, but it does need to come off.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's gonna jumble up the order even more. I think that was. Oh, I'll work it out in a minute. But did he serve that? Was that under the
that
last
was my
safety
fault.
car or the second to last safety car?
The very last one.
Oh, okay. Okay, order's getting
that's- yeah.
reshuffled again. But yeah, thank you for being very honest, Matt. And Matt, overall, your pace was good today. You must be happy that you were right in there fighting with the boys today.
Loved it, like I said. I was battling with Jacob at the start. Not Jacob, Lucas at the start, and he's got a podium. I'm doing it every week, but things like this happen, and you've got to be. I'm down hearted, but I'll be back. I'll be there next week. And
Absolutely.
Pick it up.
Absolutely.
Could have been a top 6, top 7 even, but it's what it is.
Yeah, that's. I was going to say, looking at the results and where you were, you would have been 6th. But mate, but you know the pace is there. That you were. There was no rear end gunners today. You were all midfield.
Yeah,
the lot of you.
Safety cars helped. Don't get me wrong. The safety cars helped, but obviously that's part of the game. That they're there for everybody.
Well, even before the final safety car, you were in a great position. In fact, the final safety car probably screwed you over a little bit.
Well, I was tempted to stay out on the hards, and I was in a chat with Steve, and I was saying, "What shall I do?" And he went, "Softs all day long."
Yeah, that would have been the right call.
And I looked, and it was
Hashtag blame
softs were
Steve.
selected. They were selected, so I went into the pits, and as I pulled into my pit box, I see yellow striped tyres, and my heart just went, boom.
No, that's gutting. It is gutting, mate. But there's a lot of positives to take from today, mate. At least.
Of course there is. I'll send you a footage of me crossing the line when I got a point as well.
Oh no, mate! I went.
You've took it off me, so
I went mental as well, mate. I went mental with you and Frisky scoring points.
I heard you.
Matt, there's still a lot of rounds to go, buddy, and some good ones for you coming up.
Of course there is.
Let's go to Nova, and I'm hoping BP was here, but he's gone. Nova, that ending looked horrible. Looks like you were battered and bruised. BP, then Jamie won. On your terms, in your seat, what happened, buddy?
Yeah, going into turn 1 after the safety car, me and BP made a bit of contact, which is what it is. And then I've been looking over it since I've been in there like 100 times, and I don't know really what happens. Like, further around the lap, he just keeps braking early. I don't know if that's because he's got, front wing damage, which is understandable. But because of that, I like go into him a few times in braking zones and lose even more front wing, so I have basically nothing left. And then going into the castle section, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad you caught it on stream as well, but it just looks like he completely tries to take me out, even on my POV, but I don't know. He might have just tried a move that wasn't on, and then me and Jamie won. I don't actually know what happened there. Like, I think we just kind of merged into one.
Yeah, well, well,
happened, but
it looked like on the stream that Jamie Wan got on the gas too early, trying to pass you, lost the rear, and just literally, you were just there, unfortunately. I don't think that was intentional at all. I generally think he's lost that.
oh yeah, no, I don't think he did anything on purpose. To be fair, BP probably didn't try and do anything on purpose up until the castle section, because it just looks like to me like he completely tried taking me out, but I don't know what he was thinking. Yeah, it is what it is. Onwards and upwards.
Yeah, you said after Monaco that this could be a tricky race for you, and in the end it was. On to Canada with the championship bunched right up now. How are you feeling going into that one?
I don't know if I'm quick. I mean, I like the track. I've never raced like competitively on it this year, so I don't actually know. But I like the track, so it should be fun.
So, mate, thank you. That's your first DNF, first ever non-point score in Zenith, which is
I know.
quite. I was just saying, qualifying. What a run you've been on, and now it's come to an end. The championship's sort of reset again, and guys, that sets us up perfectly for round 7 in Canada. What a cracker today was. Again, it had pretty much everything. What has Canada got in store the rest of the season? We've got a championship reset going into next week's race, round 7. Same time, same place. But for now, stay safe, guys. And